Okay, hey, I'm back. Hey, listen, I don't know. I checked the audio, and everything sounds it sounds good to me. So I don't know what the problem is. I hope it's better for you guys out there. I hope everything's good. Um, I'm gonna get this going. I really apologize for that, but it seems like everything's working. Like everything was working before, and everything's working now. Um, We're going to do that. And, I'm just going to say a word from our sponsor. Okay, here we go.
This broadcast comes to you through the courtesy of Edam Neckties, with stores at 3 convenient locations: Skagway, Alaska, Little America, and Pago Pago.
Okay, so again, I hope the sound is better. I don't know what's going on with the sound, but I hope it's better. And I'm going to get right to the opening because I got a lot of things I want to show. I want to talk about. So here we go with this. Hey, Rafal, good to see you here. How's the sound? How's it sound? Somebody was saying the sound was bad. The mic is fine here. Okay, good. That's what I wanted to know. I'm going to get right to the opening because I got some stuff I want to show. And let's see. I think this is the one.
Hello?
Hello.
All right, here I am. All right, so, hey, I don't know where you are, like Sunday Feast or Roth Yatra, Bhagavatam class, Bhagavad Gita class. It's good now? Struth? Okay, good. Thanks for letting me know. Fake human running after that kiwi. Absolutely, man. Chronic dyscalculia. I don't know what that is, but I bet that's what it is. Absolutely. Oh, you're at the Roth. Oh, I was right. Roth Yatra, Chicago. Okay. Hey, see. Ink. Hey, it's Mike. It's Mike. What can I say? Roth Yatra. I know Roth Yatra. Yeah, let's all blow our nose in honor of GauraHoodie's. Okay, so first thing I want to start off with, because I know, look, hey, yeah, be careful, be careful, be careful of that pedo parade, okay? That pedo parade is dangerous, so just be careful, and I mean it. I'm not joking. I'm laughing, but I'm not joking. Okay, it's nervous laughter. Duke of Squirrels, good to see you here. So I just want to start off because I know Gora Billy, yeah. Not okay, so yeah, let's just go there. So I guess he's banned everybody. He's deleting his videos. Like I said, when I said that I defeated him like Nrsingadev coming out of the pillar, and I played with him, and then I just smashed him, and it's over. I took him to the woodshed, upside one down, other. I meant it, and he knows it, and he's been doing nothing but deleting his videos, preaching to his people that he is that I'm wrong. Like he's trying to clean up this mess, and and of course I don't expect his people to leave, but I do expect I do know that his people are coming in here and watching, and I don't know I don't know who you people are. Like Gary taking a break from 6-hour kirtan line. Okay, yeah. Good to see you, Gary. I'm glad you're here. And I look up. I'm glad. I'm good to see you here. Wagon. Well, yeah, they're pedo parades. They're pedo parades. But like I don't. And it doesn't matter. As long as you're not preaching that ISKCON crap, you understand what's going on. I'm here for you if you're in it and you're wondering and questioning and whatever. But Hot Lips, she gave it away the other day. She started naming you guys off. She started naming you off. Like, I guess she was talking about how, I guess some of you guys are like, she doesn't like some of you guys. Like, I guess Gary, I don't know, Gary and Struth and a couple others. And she was saying that they're pretenders and whatever. I mean, it's just that cult mentality. I mean, it's serious. It's like the cult mentality. Hey, Snoggle, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you here. So anyway, so there's that. So he's been playing cleanup, and I expect his people to come in to watch because he's been so wounded. He's been so wounded, and he's got to talk about his dream. His dream. So I just wanted for all his followers out there, because I know you're not reading Prabhupada's book, so you got to read Prabhupada's book, because Prabhupada talks about people like this GauraHari all the time, and he explains all of this stuff in his books. I'll show you another. This might be a regular part of the stream, is where I show you in Prabhupada's books, because if you're going to follow somebody, if you're worshiping this guy, and he's telling you got to follow Prabhupada's books and read Prabhupada's books, and then he says, but ignore I mean, okay, this part right here in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Prabhupada says, in this way, taking bath early in the morning, that's a good recommendation for spiritual advancement. But Madhavendra Puri said, now I'm unable to execute this order, please excuse me. In this way, he has described in many ways. At last, he concludes that I shall sit down somewhere underneath the tree and simply remember Govinda's name. That is sufficient. Yes. He says, please excuse me, please excuse me, please excuse me. This is GauraHari's idea, right? Like he can just sit down. Okay, so then he says, but this Madhavendra Puri statement is not for the neophyte devotees. We should not imitate Madhavendra Puri. Madhavendra Puri was the spiritual master of Ishvara Puri, and Ishvara Puri was the spiritual master of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So the position of Madhavendra Puri, the position of Haridas Thakur, they are different from our position. We should not imitate that because Madhavendra Puri gave up everything and simply concentrated his mind in chanting Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna, or Haridas Thakur. Therefore, I shall do that. I shall also do that. I shall not rise early in the morning. I shall not take bath. I shall not worship the deity. Simply, that is not possible. Prabhupada is saying that is not possible. He says it right there. That is not possible. That is not possible. He says it again. That is not possible. Okay, so he says, don't imitate, don't do. And he says this throughout his books, not to do what this GauraHari is doing. Okay, I'm just throwing that out there. Okay, now to move on to more important things. Okay, let me see. What do you say here? A month of delete. He said he tricked you into preaching out of Prabhupada's books, preaching against him. He didn't trick me. I already know. I'm like, see, that's the gaslighting. That's the gaslighting. He's such an idiot. But okay, if you say so, buddy. So So then why is he deleting all of his old videos? All of this nectar. Why is he deleting all of this nectar? Does it have anything to do with me defeating all of his argument? I don't know. Somebody should ask him. Say, hey, Guru Day, why are you deleting? Why have you deleted a month, 2 months worth of videos? I don't know. Of course, I haven't deleted anything. There was no clear direction on where to go for anything. I'm lost. Okay, undercover. Ask random cult member if Trivikram Swami is there. And if not, when is he coming again? Because you'd like to hear his class. 84 years old and 50 years celibacy. Yeah, you should say, not only that, you should say, hey, when is Trivikram coming? And then, say, you think he'll find me attractive because I hear he's kind of, the playboy, and you were kind of thinking maybe you and him could get together. Like maybe you and Trivikram, maybe you guys could, you say you should do it like this. And, I want to really kind of like serve him, if you know what I mean. I want to serve Trivikram and see what they say. I hear he's really kind of the cool one. Hey, good to see you. Lolita said at one point, okay, so she also said in her last stream, that she would die for this GauraHoodie's guy. That she would die for him. I had it queued up, but I'm not going to play it. And of course, that's the ultimate cult. That's the ultimate cult sacrifice. Is that you want to give? I would give up my life, just like that. Madhu Visa said in that Australia Prabhupada lecture, where he's like, "If you want to get violent with us, we'll get violent with you." He's like, "We don't care. We will gladly lay down our lives to protect our guru." So, and Prabhupada knew that he had Brahmananda and Madhuvisa and Yashodananda and all of these big Guru Kripa and all of these big goons that would beat the fuck out of anybody that he said. Hey, Jenna Morton, good to see you. Good to see you here. Elvis progeny. Weird Planet, good to see you, Weird Planet. I jumped in their car, help. All right, be careful. Just let us know if we need to send the police. Guru can actually call Krishna an asshole because he's more advanced than all the acharyas. Yeah, well, see, that's the thing, is he can gaslight his ISKCON rejects because they don't know. They've never read his books. Evidently, they've never read Prabhupada's books. So he can fool them. But he can't fool me. He can't fool Rafal. He can't fool anybody, really, that knows even a little bit. That's why he's got 4 knuckleheads that follow him around, because they've never read. They don't know. Like I said, they don't know. He compares himself to Madhavendra Puri, but do you know what Prabhupada has actually said about these pastimes? What he said about Vaidhi Bhakti? It's just, I don't even want to get into it. Well, yeah, he's got to say, little Willie won't go home. He's got to say he's more than Prabhupada, because he can't, otherwise he can't, because that's the only way he can defeat the argument that, he's not in the parampara, he doesn't have a guru, he doesn't have an order, all of these things that I was saying to him the other day. The only way he can defeat that is to say, well, I'm better than, Prabhupada gave in his books, but you can't understand it. It's the same bullshit. It's the same bullshit these ISKCON gurus have. It's the same bullshit all these fake, fraudulent gurus that I've talked about. It's the same bullshit. Like I can't read English. Like he thinks he's got because he had a dream that he's got some other he's got some other kind of understanding. Like he's got an understanding that's greater than mine. That and that's the megalomania, narcissism, the psychosis, all of it. It's everything wrapped up in one little package called GauraHoodie. The douches. Yeah, and it's he wants to preach from Prabhupada's books. So that's the real big scam. That's the big scam. Is he wants to preach from Prabhupada's books, but when he comes across people that know Prabhupada's books, he can't. It falls apart. It falls apart, and that's why he's got to rely on a dream. He's got to compare himself to Madhavendra Puri. He's got to do all this bullshit. He's trying to say, well, he's trying to say that his parampara is different than a normal parampara. He's in a parampara that's in his mind. He's got an imaginary parampara that only makes sense to him, and somehow we're supposed to accept that. He said he needs to calm down because he's not in control of himself. He's not in control. He can't he can't handle it. Hey, how you doing? Good to see Tim. That's so funny. That's the funniest thing I've seen. He's supposed to be in control of his senses, and he's not. All right, good for you. I'm glad. I'm glad. If you need to send a special code, you can type in, the bananas are on the counter, and then we'll know that you need help, but you don't want anyone to know. You just say, the bananas are on the counter, and we know this. We know what to do. We know to send help to the Chicago Rath Yatra. Hey, no problem, man. I won't call him out on behalf of you. Hey, it's all right. I won't call him out on behalf of you. Yeah, he thinks he's. I made a list of all the people that he thinks he is. He compares himself to Jesus, Moses, Jacob, Job, Isaac, Jonah. He compares himself to Vishnu. He compares himself to Prabhupada, Bhaktisiddhanta. He compares himself to Madhavendra Puri, Nityananda, Advaita Acharya's wife. He compares himself to all the Manjaris, Sudam, Mother Yashoda, Nanda Maharaj, Devaki. He compares it. He's literally all of those people. He's Indra. He's Ganesh. He's Hanuman. He's he's all of them. Yeah, he's all of them. He's all of them. Freddie's the most well-read. Yeah, but he hasn't read enough because he evidently he missed the part where Prabhupada said, don't follow these cheating sahajas, and don't go to Narayan Maharaj and don't go to Radhakunda Babaji's, everything that this guy has done. So, he says follow Prabhupada's books, but he's just using Prabhupada's books as bait to bait these people into his own sick, twisted cult of Gaura worship. I'm going to call him out. That's exactly what it is. He uses Prabhupada's books to reel them in like bait on a hook. Throws the Bhagavad Gita out there. He goes, hey, come listen to my Bhagavad Chaitanya Char. I'm going to teach you Raganuga Bhakti according to Prabhupada's books. And then once they get hooked in, he's like, fuck the book. I mean, he reads the verses that he wants to read, but he's not following Prabhupada in any shape, way, or form. Not at all. Yeah, I don't want to. I'm not here to attack you, Gary. But you know what we do here. You come in here, you leave, you go, and that's great, and I love it. So I respect I respect you. I respect you enough. He didn't step up when I told Gora I'd be happy to give him his first karate lesson for free. Yeah. They're far too gone. They're way gone. I mean, they really are. They're way gone, dude. I agree with you. Good to see you, Howard Johnson. They are way gone. Well, some of them aren't newcomers. That Joniki's, she's been around for a long time. That Rade's been around for a long time. They're basically rejects. They're basically ISKCON rejects that just, for whatever reason, they were on their way out of ISKCON, I'm telling you, and they got caught. They got caught in his trap, just like the Ritviks caught me, and so many, Narayan Maharaj caught some people, and Sridhar, and all those other God brothers, whatever, they filtered over. Instead of leaving ISKCON completely, they ended up, with some wacky other cult. I think he does. I think he's gone into the realm where he believes that he is this pure devotee, because that's the Prabhupada disease. I mean, seriously, I believe. He's well read in Prabhupada's books because he knows what's in there, but somehow he's under the spell of this freak. Absolutely. I agree with you 100%, man. And that's why I'm on this kind of like this crusade to say these people are not healthy. They're just not mentally healthy. That's just it. Yeah, he's doing the Kirtanananda thing where he's combining the Jesus teachings with, it's a little bit of everything. It's kind of an multi-faith, interfaith. He switches back and forth between Jesus and the Bible to Chaitanya, and he wants to say that, Jesus and Chaitanya, it's the same thing. I haven't heard him say that, but I don't doubt it. He's Jim Jones. I'm saying he's Jim Jones. He's got this Lalita saying she would die for him. So just imagine if he got pissed off at me and he said, "Hey Lalita, I want you to go track this guy down." And I'm not, I know it sounds crazy, right? But Kirtananda did that. Kirtananda did it. Well, let's say it was somebody else. Let's say it wasn't me. Let's just say it was someone else. And he said, "Hey, I want you to go track this guy down." And and she's like, "Okay." She just like that Hladini when they said, "Hey, we want you to go to Liberia and distribute these books." And she's like, "Liberia? Oh, you mean where there's a civil war going on? Sure, I'll go put my life on the line and go to and be the only white woman in a war-torn African country. Sure, no, yeah, hey, yeah, count me in." I mean, why not? I mean, 'cause if that's not a death cult, that Henry Doktorsky said we were all brainwashed in New Vrindavan. If they would have asked anybody would have went and killed Slochan. He said, "I would have done it. I was brainwashed. I mean, he's admitting that he was under the spell of this Kirtananda guy. And I'm saying that these people are under the spell of this GauraHari guy. And Lalita said that she would die for it. She's like, "I'd die." I mean, if that's not insanity, I don't know what is. Okay, I mean that's what the Jim Jones people. I would die for Jim Jones. David Koresh people. I would die for. I will stay in the Waco compound. The feds are saying that if we don't give up, they're going to come in and kill us. I'll stay. Yeah, I'll die for this David Koresh guy. Hey, you know what? The comet's coming, and they want me to I'm supposed to put on these shoes and climb aboard this comet or whatever, lay down and kill myself and to get on the comet. Sure, I'll do that. I mean, how insane you got to be? You got to be nuts, like Lalita Gunga, like Guru Ma. I would die for my Guru Maharaj. I mean, Gary, I don't know, but Gary, you say that, you're with this, you're following this guy or that guy. I don't know. Are you willing to die for one of these gurus? Are you willing to surrender your life to one of these gurus? And he says, hey, Krishna's coming and Chaitanya's coming tomorrow. So we're all going to eat this burfi and we're just going to go be with Krishna. Everybody come get some burfi. It's got a little arsenic in there, but don't mind the arsenic. It's really good burfi. Would you take some burfi, Gary? I mean, I don't mean to put you on the spot, but I mean, I'm just saying. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm curious. I mean, I'm not going to kick you out if you say, yeah, I'd eat the burfi. I'm like, all right. If it was like sweet rice, we're all drinking the sweet rice, and then Kalki's coming. Kalki's coming. I got word. Prabhupada came to me in a dream and said Kalki's coming. He's going to be chopping everybody's heads off. So if you don't want to get your head chopped off by Kalki, you got to drink this sweet rice. Now, I know if GauraHari told Lalita Gunga that, she'd do it. I don't know if Freddie would do it. But Guru Ma said she'd do it. So I would do it. I'll do it. Whack jobs completely. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, if you hate ISKCON gurus and you can't see that GauraHari is an ISKCON guru, then you're what was it, Lewis Black?
If you see somebody who's crazy and you don't realize they're crazy, then you're fucking crazy.
I don't get it. Not from the old lady. No, don't get it from the old lady. Don't get it from the old lady. I missed a bunch of comments. Janaki is a gangster granny. Yeah, I call her Goggles. I call her, so we got Noodles, Goggles, Hot Lips, Yawning Man. I don't know what that crazy guy, that guy looks crazy, okay? There's a couple of those guys in there that look like they would go track down somebody in their van, okay? And I'm not kidding about that. They look like they would go track somebody down in their van on Watsika Avenue, okay? New self-appointed gurus took advantage of the situation. Yes, absolutely. And they opened their own institutions using the same. Yes, absolutely. And Prabhupada wrote the book on how to be a scammer. And this GauraHari is living proof of that. He's living proof of that. That you can use Prabhupada's books to fool these people, and you don't even have to follow what's in these books. I mean, that's. Hey, if you're scamming, you're scamming. I mean, you can't say, I can't say, hey, you're a scammer and you're scamming. Everything about you is scamming. You're even scamming the fact that you're using Prabhupada's books. That's a scam too. The fact you're not initiated, the fact you have no order, the fact you're using, everything about you is a scam. Yeah, that's I got that. But now, and that's the thing, I was watching this video. We're going to get to some videos in a second. Every cult has to have an enemy. They have to have an enemy. And it's usually it's usually the non-cult members, right? It's the karmies, it's the normies, it's whatever the suppressive people, whatever it is. It's the suppressives, the demons, the malechas, the yavanas. There's always the bad guy. That they're at war. It's a war. It's a holy war. Good versus evil. You know, the demons versus the demigods. You know, the angels against the devils or whatever. It's crazy. But that's what it is. That's what it is. So there was something I wanted to show the other night when I was talking about child marriage, and I overlooked it. So I'm going to bring it up right now real quick. I want to show you because it's important. This child marriage is so important. It's so evil and disgusting, and they think they're protecting women by marrying them off at 12 years old, 13, 14 years old. They think we're protecting them. No, you're not. You're exploiting them, and you're using them, and you're trafficking them. You're not protecting anybody. They're so disgusting. And again, there's so much out there that we don't know. And that's why, I got to bring this to attention, even if only 20, 30, 40 people watching, or 200 people tops see it. It's going to be there forever, and that's the important thing. Otherwise, it just gets the shit gets brushed under the rug. Like, I didn't know this. I'm just finding out about it now, and it's pissing me off. It's pissing me off that I didn't know it earlier. That's the bit. I'm pissed off I didn't know about it earlier. That's part of it. But I didn't. It's pissing me off that for everything that I find, I know that there's like 100 things that are still hidden, guaranteed. So when I find something like this, it bothers me because I know there's more of it. There's more of it. And people want to, oh well, it's just some bad people. No, it's not bad people in ISKCON. It's the teachings of ISKCON. No, it's not true because it's happened. These gurus have done exactly that, Gary. These gurus have done exactly that. And that's why it's dangerous. You say, oh no, devotees wouldn't do that. Well, Narayan, he was abusing every wife he had. He was raping and abusing every wife he had. And his last wife, Rupa Manjari, she admits it, that she was taking it for like 2 or 3 years before she finally couldn't take it anymore. And then she decided to speak up. And I knew her personally. I knew her, and I knew that scumbag. He used to come to my apartment. They both were coming to my apartment while he was abusing the fuck out of her. And she would sit there and talk about him like he was a goddamn saint. And I understand that if she was Stockholm Syndrome and she was scared to death that he was going to beat the fuck out of her if she tried to say anything, it is so disturbing when I think back on it now. And she'd come to my apartment and we'd have kirtan and Sunday feast or whatever we'd have, prasadam, and a lecture, and sometimes he would give lecture. And she's playing my madunga drum. And then she's leaving and going home, and he's going home, and they're going home, and he's abusing her, raping her against her. We're raping her, and beating her. She said that he beat her and would choke her almost to death. That she was in fear for her life, man. And I don't have to make this up. She talks about it she talks about it on YouTube. She's the one that's spilling the beans. You talk about, oh, these devotees would never do this. They would never do that. Yeah, that's what I said until my daughter got molested. And they did exactly what I said they would never do. They would never turn against me. They would never turn against my daughter. They would never protect this guy. Yeah, they did all of that. I mean, I'm sorry, man, but you gotta wake up. You gotta wake up, man. If you think that nothing would ever happen, only fanatics. Well, who do you think is in this cult? Who do you think we're talking about? But nothing but a bunch of fanatics. Look at insanity, man. Before Freddie could deconstruct from ISKCON, he met GauraHoodie's. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That proves my point. That's exactly the point I'm trying to make, is that people are trying to disconnect from Prabhupada. They're trying to disconnect from ISKCON. They come across these gurus. They're like, well, hey, man, why don't you check out this Narayan Maharaj? Why don't you check out that Narayan, that Prakashananda, whatever his name is, that young kid, whoever. You should hear, why don't you check out Hridayananda with his Krishna West. You don't have to put on a dhoti. Why don't you check out the Ritviks? Then you don't have to accept a guru. And you can just, you can just float along and just molest kids or whatever, like Tattva Darshan. I don't know. Or go with GauraHoodie's, and you can just pretend and fake it and pretend that you're spiritually advanced while talking shit about everybody on the planet is either a Vaidhi Bhakti or a dumb Christian or a this or a that. Somehow everybody falls short. You can worship GauraHoodie's, and then everybody else in the world just falls short. Yeah, it's sad, man. It's the reality. It's the reality of this cult. That's why it's a cult, man. Let me go on. Gary, check this out. Check this out, Gary. It says, Bridget Combs was legally married at a courthouse in San Marcos, Texas in 1984. 1984. She was barely 15. She was barely 15, and her 7 months pregnant stomach showed in her blue and white son. So she got pregnant when she was 14. So she was raped because she wasn't old enough to give consent. Okay? So she was raped. She didn't quite understand what she was doing there. She thought she was already married. A year earlier, at 14, Combs and her then 37-year-old husband. I'm going to read that again. A year earlier, at 14, Combs and her then 37-year-old husband had taken part in a spiritual ceremony. Oh, what do you think about that? What do you think about that, church lady? A 14-year-old and a 37-year-old man. What do you think about that?
Well, isn't that special?
Isn't that special? It was a spiritual ceremony. Oh, it was spiritual, no less. This pedophilia, this 37-year-old man couldn't keep his hands off a 14-year-old girl, a little girl who needed to be, playing with her friends, riding her bike, going to the roller skating rink, going to the movies or whatever 14-year-old kids do these. I don't know what 14-year-olds do these days, playing Roblox or whatever. I don't know. But definitely not hanging out with a 37-year-old man. And then calling it spiritual. The nerve of these people to gaslight us and try to tell us that it was a spiritual ceremony when this 37-year-old pervert hooked up with his 14-year-old little girl. As devotees of Hare Krishna, gee, surprise, surprise, surprise. Now the teenager stood before a judge while her mother, who had arranged the marriage, provided the parental signature required to legalize the union. So this mother, if you want to call her that, is signing the papers to legally traffic her 14-year-old daughter to a 37-year-old man in the Hare Krishna religion. Okay? And you're going to tell me that you're going to tell me that this is not a fucking pedophile cult. Is this low numbers a figure of around 40 to 42 former initiating gurus who have been removed or left due to disciplinary or moral issues, ego and dark desire? I think it's more than that. I that's a good number to start with, but actually, I think it's more. And I don't have a tally. I don't have a scorecard, but just off the top of my head, in the last 45 years, 50 years, I would say it's more. And this is what you're getting involved with. I'm sorry. I don't mean to. I don't, that's why I didn't want to turn it into a Gary bashing, and I'm not. I'm just saying. That's what this is all about, man. 37-year-old perverts like I have 14-year-old wife, and like he wasn't brought up that that's wrong. Like this woman, this mother wasn't brought up that that's wrong. No, they read these books and said, "Wow, I can have a child marriage." Where'd they get this idea from? If it's not in the teachings, then where the hell are they getting the idea? Because ain't nowhere that I know of where it's normal for a 37-year-old man to marry a 14-year-old girl after he's gotten her pregnant. The fuck? Give me a break, man. In 1984, this is not 1922. This is not 1890. This is not Little House on the Prairie. We're not talking about Lord Chaitanya, age of Aquarius or whatever, or age of the golden age of 16th century, whatever the fuck you want to pretend that this makes sense. It doesn't make sense. Dude, this was in San Marcos, Texas. San Marcos, Texas. Bridget Combs was legally married at a courthouse in San Marcos, Texas in 1984. She was barely 15, and her 7 months pregnant stomach showed in her blue and white sundress. She didn't quite understand what she was doing there. She thought she was already married. She was only 14. What the fuck did she know? A year earlier, at 14, Combs and her then 37-year-old husband. So nobody in San Marcos said, hey, isn't it a little weird that this 37-year-old man is marrying a 14-year-old little girl and her mother is signing this over? Nobody in the courthouse said, "Hey, what's going on with this old man over here? He's probably got gray hair. He's probably got like some gray hair. I mean, come on." Yeah, it's amazing how you guys are like, we all have met or know somebody through something. It's really, you guys. This is a great meeting ground, and I had no idea this was going to happen. I had no idea you guys were going to come from all over the world and be like, "Hey, do you know so and so?" And they, "Yeah, I know him. I was at the manor, and I was at the castle, and I know that girl that did." And I know I'm every time. It's just, and it makes me feel good because when I started doing this, there was no place where we could do this, because this is exactly what I was looking for. I was looking for some place where where devotees were hanging out, and I couldn't find it. There were places where everybody else was hanging out, Scientologists and Jehovah's Witnesses and Mormons. But there was no place that Hare Krishnas were doing this. And then I started doing my thing, and lo and behold, here we are, man. I'm just... Yeah, keep dreaming. Keep dreaming,
He didn't have that dream. I did.
Keep dreaming. The fucking disgusting cult of ISKCON. I know. And everybody wants to say I'm lying, that Prabhupada wasn't a pedophile. I keep finding more and more disgusting quotes where Prabhupada's like, yes, when she's menstruating, the husband is ready. The husband's ready? You mean the 37-year-old husband? Because the 14-year-old the 13-year-old girl is menstruating, so now the 37-year-old husband is like, yeah, time to go. I mean, what the hell? What? I mean, seriously. Hey, Eliana, good to see you. I'm so glad you're here. It's always good to see you. I mean, this child marriage stuff, man. It's like the number of separate instances of child marriage that I've either read about, heard about, or saw videos about is probably close to like a dozen. I'd say like around 10, maybe more than 10. If I wrote them out each one in a list, I know of like 3 videos where women have talked about being married off. That's 3. This woman is 4. I've read on Reddit of at least 2 or 3 more. 5, 6. That's like 6 or 7. And I probably know more that I can't think of because it's my mind is too clouded with. But there's that one that Prabhupada says in 1977 when he says, go ahead and marry that 12-year-old off. So there's another one, that's 8. Prabhupada's child marriage, he had as 9. So 14 and pregnant. What in the world?
Is the whole world gone crazy? Am I the only one around here who gives a shit about the rules?
That's what I'm saying. At 14 years old, she'd be playing with her girlfriends or, looking, having a crush on a boy at school, passing notes at school, going to the beach, meeting up with her friends at the beach, or meeting up with her friends at the, I don't know where kids meet up, at the skate park or I don't even know anymore. I'm too old. I'm not even going to play around. But, at the mall or wherever kids, well, here where I am, kids still do all those things. You go to the mall and they're packed with kids and people, doing what it used to be like in the U.S. back when I was a kid. But I don't think kids in the U.S. do that anymore. But anyway, she's 14. She should be doing 14-year-old stuff, not pregnant and barefoot and getting ready to take care of a newborn baby for the next 18 years. It's not like she's married at 14 and, and then in a couple of years, it's not like she broke her leg. It's not like she broke her leg and in a couple of years you get the cast will be off and then everything will be, no, she's pregnant now. She was pregnant and then she had a kid. And I guarantee you the husband bounced and she raised that kid by herself if she didn't have another kid. Seriously. I hope I Look Up is okay because she never came back and she said she was in a car. Not sticking up for it, but it does happen. I know that's why it's sick. That's why it's sick. That's why it's a cult, and that's why I call it out because too many people do stick up for it, and not enough people do call it out. A lot of people are just, they don't say anything about it, and I'm not doing it. I live down in Cornwall, so I was involved in the South Wales Namahata. That was I don't know if you're talking about the ISKCON Namahata or the Hansaduta Yashodananda and World Namahata organization. I know Yashodananda had a world Where was her father? Her mother found her a husband in L.A. when she was 11, but the guy said no. Okay, so here, exactly what I said, and I didn't even realize. But here, let's go. If we continue with the story, it says, here it says, after Combs finally turned 18 and left her husband, though her life only got more complicated. Rejected by her family, Combs fell in with the wrong crowd, she said, and was homeless for months. A friend eventually let her crash on his couch, and she ended up marrying him next. 4 kids later, it was another doomed marriage. So there you go. I'm just saying, this cult, nothing good comes from this cult. She was married at 14. By 18, she left her husband. I knew I could have wrote that. By 18, she left her husband, only to her life downward spiral from that. I don't know where was. I don't know, man. She was homeless. She ended up marrying some other guy, and had another 4 kids, and then that marriage broke up. I mean, that's what this cult teaches. I mean, I'm gonna tell you, you don't. And they say, and they got the nerve to say, "Oh, we're protecting these girls. Protecting them from who? Protecting them from what? From Nar and Orion? From this guy? From this 37-year-old man? Who are you? You're protecting this 14-year-old girl by marrying her to a 37-year-old man who got her pregnant and then she ends up leaving at 18? How are you protecting anybody? This is fucking insanity. This is just as insane as this Guru Ma laughing and crying, as insane as Indra Yumna dancing around, thinking like, I mean, how fucking insane is that? That is fucking insane. And this is insane too. It's all part of the same package of insanity. I do these shows and I blow myself away when I'm talking about this shit. Because I hear myself talking, I'm like, how is this possible? How?
What in God's holy name are you blathering about?
How is this possible?
Is the whole world gone crazy? Am I the only one around here who gives a shit about the rules?
I know, at 14-year-olds taking care of a baby, how is he going to get an education? She can take care of a baby without a high school diploma, a job, a career, just how? That's how she ended up on some guy's couch. She's 18 years old. She's got a kid. She's got a 4-year-old kid. 3-year-old kid. She got a 3-year-old kid. Husband's gone. She got no job or anything. All she's been hearing for the last 4 years is a stupid woman, small brain, got less intelligence. That's why you women is dumb intelligence. That's why Prabhupada said women have small brains. That's why Prabhupada said you women like to be raped. That's why Prabhupada said never trust a woman. That's why Prabhupada said never blah, blah, blah. That's why Prabhupada said this. That's why she heard that shit all day long for 4 fucking years. And then you wonder why she was homeless and ended up on some guy's couch and he banged her and got her pregnant 4 different times. And then what does she have to look forward to after that? Here, look, this is part of the article. There she is with her 2 kids. Pregnant. 2 kids. She's now 49. In 2010, the U.S. State Department denounced all cases of child marriage as child abuse. Child marriage is still legal in a lot of states in the United States with a parent's approval or signature. Underage marriage is still legal in the United States, in many states. It needs to change. The shit needs to change. It's hard to change it. It's hard to get. It's hard because it's part of a male-dominated. Men want to make the rules and say we can have sex with who we want, when we want, where we want, all of that. That's why no one from the Epstein files has been prosecuted. Seriously, it's crazy. Friggin' insanity. This guy sets you up for failure. It sucks the life right out of you. And then what life you have left, you're friggin' trying to get over your friggin' ISKCON life. Getting over your ISKCON life is it takes up part of your life because it's fucking cult bullshit. Man, I'm telling you. Get me wound up like a top. Bhakti Bum's fathers donate sperms, but no job, house, or real fatherhood. The women get stuck with a man-child and a baby, and then the man-child leaves. Like all of my, I think just about every one of my friends, except for Srimaya. Srimaya took his kid like I did from the mom. The mom was too irresponsible. It took the kid at that time and raised the kid as a single father. But all the other parents that did not raise their kids, the guys, they left. They told me, they said, yeah, I got divorced and my Vadiraj, I mean, he was in his kids' lives, but he left. He separated and he went on. He wasn't there he was there, but he wasn't with his wife. She had the kids. And Radhakunda, he didn't raise his kids. And the Krishna Kata's husband in Badger, he didn't raise those kids because she was raising those kids with Radhakunda. She was raising those kids with Radhakunda. So that father wasn't there, and Radhakunda wasn't raising those kids. He bailed off. These guys don't want to be bothered. Yeah, that's, well, I don't know. Prabhupada says that 80-year-old men can marry 14-year-old girls. Prabhupada says in his books that an 80-year-old man can marry a 16-year-old girl. That's what Prabhupada is saying that. Now, Jimmy Page is 80 years old and he wants to marry a 30-year-old girl or a 35-year-old girl. That's between him and the 35-year-old girl. Okay? You can't compare that to a 37-year-old man marrying a 14-year-old girl. I know you want to. I know you want to try to make some kind of comparison, but it doesn't work. I'm sorry, it just doesn't. Hey, Jolene, good to see you here, man. I'm so glad when everybody's here, when I see all the familiar names. I don't know Gary, what in God's holy name are you blathering about?
What in God's holy name are you blathering about?
A 70-year-old man and a 30-year-old woman is no problem unless the 70-year-old man is preaching is preaching against sex. Then we got a problem. If Trivikram was not a guru or a swami and preaching all that bullshit, we wouldn't give a fuck that he's having sex with a 35-year-old woman. Like just like I don't give a shit that Jimmy Page is having sex with a 35-year-old woman, 80 years old Jimmy Page. He's got a 35-year-old wife or whatever. I don't care. He's Jimmy Page. I expect that from Jimmy Page. I don't expect that from an ISKCON holy man who's telling me I can't have a piece of chocolate because I'm supposed to control my senses. So that's the that's the difference, man. I mean,
Has the whole world gone crazy? Am I the only one around here who gives a shit about the rules?
the guy gives a 45-minute lecture telling me how I can't have chocolate and I can't go to the movies and I shouldn't be, flirting with women or whatever. Meanwhile, this guy's having sex with his 35-year-old disciple. That's a problem, okay? That's a problem. Yoko is on saying, Mike, do the baby in the bathwater away. Yeah, that's one of their cliches. That's one of their gaslighting cliches. When they have no argument, they just pull out a logical fallacy. Like explain throwing the, because they want to say that the baby is Prabhupada and the bathwater is all the bad gurus, and I'm throwing Prabhupada away with the bad gurus. No, I'm throwing all of it away because it's all bullshit. They don't get it. They're just too dumb. Hey, Aviator Lochan, good to see you, man. It's always fun when you're here. Child marriage is allowed because men like to men like to make the rules. So what can I say? My parents are moving back to India again. Oh my goodness. Well, we're gonna get to that in a minute. Dude. All right. They're not going to stay at ISKCON Mayapur. They dislike ISKCON, but Hare Krishnas. Okay, make sense. So they are waking up to the ISKCON cult at least. Okay, well that's good. I mean, good for them. Good for them. It's a start. Let's just say that it's a start. It really is. Seriously, it's a start. Sorry for you. Yeah. I'm glad you got your head on straight, and I understand your position because these are people that you love, and I get it. I get it. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough. So let me get to this. Let's look at this real quick. We'll do a little cult education. I know, has the whole world gone crazy?
Has the whole world gone crazy? Am I the only one around here who gives a shit about the rules?
Yeah, there's no comparison. There's just no comparison for a 14-year-old little girl. 14-year-old is a little girl. That's a little girl. It's a teenager, but it's a little girl. It's not there's a big difference between 13. He had sex with her when she was 13. There's a big difference between 13 and let's say 18. There's a big difference between even 13 and 16. Okay, don't even get me started. I mean, try to. Oh man, yeah, it's rich, isn't it? Probably says no chocolate because it's a stimulant, and then we learn he's snorting snuff. I know, that's what really pissed me off. I'm like, I'm following regular principles over here, dude. I'm giving myself immense guilt trips when I'm breaking regular, having a Coca-Cola because that's the only thing there is to drink, and just going, fuck it, I'm gonna have a Coke. I don't care about the caffeine because there's no 7-Up. And feeling guilty that I'm having a Coke because there's no 7-Up to have because I'm somewhere where it just, and I'm too lazy. I'm too lazy to not. It just, and then to find out this guy's he's a dandy. He's snorting snuff. Man. It's scammer. Okay, so okay, here we go. I want to show this. It's about propaganda, and again, he's going to talk about Trump and the cult. But I always think about Prabhupada and ISKCON and gurus, and it all makes sense. It all makes sense when you replace it, because they're all the same. Everything's the same.
I've been wondering for years why so many people believe things that are obviously false. So I decided to do some research on how propaganda actually works on the human brain. Because there is a pattern here. The people who fall for propaganda are not randomly distributed across the population. They share very specific psychological vulnerabilities that propaganda is deliberately designed to exploit. Propaganda has been a science for almost 100 years, and the people using propaganda against you right now know exactly what they're doing. Here are the 4 ways propaganda actually works on your brain. 1. The repetition trap. You've heard the same lies so many times you've stopped noticing that they are lies. That is not by accident. In 1977, psychologists Lynn Hasher, David Goldstein, and Thomas Tapino at Villanova and Temple Universities ran a study where they showed volunteers a series of statements. Some of those statements were true, and some of those statements were false. They showed these statements across multiple sessions, weeks apart from each other. What they found destroyed the assumption that people can simply recognize false information and reject it. Statements that were repeated over multiple sessions were rated as significantly more truthful than statements people had only seen once. It didn't matter whether that statement was actually true. It didn't matter whether the person knew the statement was false before going into the study. Repetition overrode prior knowledge almost every time. Psychologists call this the illusionary truth effect. When the brain mistakes familiarity with truth, the more times you hear something, the more times your brain processes that thing as credible. Not because the evidence changed, but because repetition makes information easier to process, and your brain interprets that ease as reliability. That is why the stolen election lie did not die after 61 courts rejected it.
See, and this ties into what Knitting Cult Lady says all the time, that controlling people's minds and influencing the way they think, getting them to stop thinking, getting them to adopt values that are not theirs, getting them to believe in things that they wouldn't believe, pretty much brainwashed. It's brain science. It has to do with the way your brain processes information and relays it, and then thinks about it and acts on it. Right? There's all these things going on. There's all these neurons are firing. Your brain is looking for past experiences that it can compare to the new information that's coming in. Your eye is scanning things. I mean, all these things are happening in your brain that we don't even realize what's going on. I mean, if we look at a picture, our brain is scanning it, and we don't realize what our brain is doing. But they can hook your brain up and your eyes up or whatever to a machine, and they can say, yeah, your brain looks here, and then it goes there, and then they can track these things. They can monitor, what parts of your brain is firing when they show you different pictures and different things. They can do studies on how your brain is how you process true information. There's so many things that are going on, and they can figure it out. How your brain is working. It's not, it's not just a simple, it's there's a lot of strands in the old duder's head. So repetition, we know that Prabhupada says the same shit over and over and over and over and over again in his books. He says it a little bit differently. He uses different verses to say the same things. Basically, it's like 7 or 8 points that he makes consistently over and over. Krishna appeared 5,000 years ago. Chaitanya was Krishna, appeared 500 years ago. The holy name is Krishna in sound. The golden age of chanting, Hare Krishna, cleanses the heart, liberation, self-realization. There's like a set of points that he that he rotates through and focuses on and just repeats. And he just like, it's like spinning the wheel. He's got so many things topics that he touches on. The spiritual master, the qualification of spiritual master, the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, the spiritual world, the material world, the three modes of material nature, how to transcend them, Krishna's pastimes, don't go too fast. All of these things, it's like, and he's just over and over and over and over and over, it's the same shit. And even though we don't even believe in it, we just hear it so many times that we just start like this Lalita Ganga. She doesn't even know what she's talking about, but she's heard this guy say over and over so many times that Vaidhi Bhaktis is beneath us and below us, and we're doing the ecstatic symptoms. She just accepts that as true. And he said, I had a dream, and Madhavendra Puri, and blah, blah, blah. And he said that a million friggin' times. Like he says it like 8 or 9 times every hour. And it's just repeated over and over. I had a dream. Where's my dream? I had a dream.
He didn't have that dream. I did.
That is why the claim that immigrants cause more crime persists after every study shows the opposite. That is why vaccines and autism remain linked in many people's minds, despite the original study being retracted and its author losing his medical license for fraud. These people were not persuaded by evidence. They were worn down by volume. Say it enough times, and the brain starts to believe it. That is the default setting for most human brains. The only way to defeat that is education. 2. The engineering of consent. Propaganda does not work by changing your mind. It works by bypassing your mind entirely. In 1928, Edward Bernays, the man widely regarded as the father of modern public relations, published a book called Propaganda. In the book, he described with remarkable truth exactly how public opinion is manufactured and controlled. Bernays believed that manipulating what the public thinks is not just acceptable in a democracy, it's necessary, and he considered himself one of the people doing it. Bernays called this the engineering of consent. Engineering of consent is the deliberate manipulation of public opinion not through argument or evidence, but through the strategic control of symbols, emotions, and associations that bypass rational thought entirely. You do not convince people, you make them feel something, and then you attach that feeling to whatever you want them to believe. This is the entire operating model of right-wing media.
And this is what Prabhupada does as well. He gives people a feeling like this Guru Ma, this Lalita Ganga. She's got this. She wants to feel something. She imagines that she's feeling something, and is laughing and is crying. Everybody, all Hare Krishnas, we all did. We all wanted to believe that we were on the spiritual path, that we're chanting the holy name, and we're being purified. And we want to believe it. We want that. That's the whole thing, and we're just forcing ourselves. And we're hearing that, and that's what we want to do. She's convinced herself, and now she's convinced herself of all kinds of things, that she can't live without this guru. She would die for him. All kinds of stuff that she would never have believed before. The power of this propaganda, and I'm going to tell you right now, Prabhupada was a master at it. All of these cult leaders are, even when it comes, even down to someone like Charlie Manson. There's just some thing about the charisma, the charm, the craziness. Everybody can't explain what it is, but it borders on serial killer, where they've got this charisma too, like the Ted Bundy, John Wayne Gacy, these people that can charm their way into someone's house, charm their way into a relationship, and then kill somebody, and then move on to the next person. charm their way into that person's life, steal all their money out of their bank, and then push them off a boat, and then move to Florida, and then fall in love with someone else. And the people like that. Psychopaths. And that's that. And, you know, and I'm saying this. I'm not saying that ISKCON gurus are all, you know, murdering psychopathic serial killers, but I'm saying that the mental deficiency is similar. It's there. It's the narcissistic personality disorder, the malignant narcissism, the delusions, the whatever you want to call it, man. Yeah, I agree with you. That was such a hard thing to accept. Weird Planet. It was such a hard thing to accept that someone who's preaching about the absolute truth and satyam and truthfulness and the qualifications of a devotee. He's truthful. He's honest. He's this and he's that, and he reveals his heart. He reveals his mind. All of these things, and then to say that he was dishonest about his own snuff habit, never put it in his books. He could have easily said, you know, I do snuff for my heart problem or for my high blood, whatever. He could have easily said that. Okay. You know, just not being honest at all. That's crazy. Struth. Yeah, you don't have to submit to any of this. This whole God man, this idea that you have to learn from a God man, and that's what really gets me with this whole ISKCON crap, with these fake ISKCON gurus, is that using Prabhupada's scam to scam people into like you can't even come up with your own scam. But that's what happens. You know, you can't fault somebody for scamming somebody else's. You can't fault somebody for scamming a scammer. You can't fault somebody for scamming Prabhupada, because Prabhupada's a scammer, and GauraHoodie's a scammer, and Jaya Potato Head's a scammer, and Indra Yumna, they're all scamming. They're all scamming the scammer, okay? That's oh my God. Dreams, man. Dreams. Damn, I never thought he never dreams in his whole life. You know, man, surrendering to yourself is probably the hardest thing. Coming to grips with your own being and who you are and what you are and what you want to be, and being content with your life and all of that. That's a hard thing to do, but don't even get me started with that. You talk about self-realization. You want to talk about self-realization, you know, try to self-realize yourself on a material level first, then try to move on to this so-called spiritual level. That's what I say. Most people don't even know who they are on a material level. In your material body, if you want to play material and spiritual bullshit, GauraHoodie and Jai Potato Head and Indra, they don't even know who they are on a material sense. All they know is this fucking Fantasyland bullshit. They can't. Hugh Turvey doesn't know how to be a father. He doesn't know how to be a son or a son to his mother and father. He doesn't know how to be a husband or a son to his father or a son to his mother or a husband or a father to his kids. That's what I was trying to say, and he can't do it. And Hridayananda either. They don't know how to do anything. He has never done a fucking thing. He's even going to sit there and give life advice. He's as qualified to give life advice as I am. Let's see. Surrender to yourself first. Try to figure out who you are before you try to convince people that you're Indra Yumna Swami. Try to figure out who you are, Brian Tibbetts, before you want to convince somebody that you're this dancing Indra Yumna. Oh, I'm down. Fucking, give me a break, man. How insane do you gotta be? This is fucking crazy. I know, isn't it funny that he had the dream? He had the dream. He had exactly the dream he wanted. He didn't have the dream where Prabhupada came and said, "No, you can't be a guru," or he didn't have a dream where Prabhupada came and said, "Don't disrespect Madhavendra Puri like that." He didn't have a dream where Prabhupada came and said, "You really need to chant 16 rounds. I ain't seen you chant 16 rounds." Or Prabhupada didn't come to him and say, "Why did you go to Narayan Maharaj when I said, don't go associate with any of my god brothers?" Why didn't Prabhupada come to him in a dream and tell him, "Hey, you're initiated by Tamal, and Tamal never gave you an order to be guru. What are you doing?" So he didn't have any of those dreams. The dream he had was Prabhupada going, what do you think about that, church lady?
Well, isn't that special?
Yeah, isn't that special? And the funny thing is he wants someone like me, someone like Weird Planet or Eliana, Raphael. He expects that's going to fly with someone like us. Get the fuck out of here, man. Oh, yeah. People want to doubt me when I say that this is a death cult and that you're supposed to die for your guru. People want to tell me that people are like, "Oh, no, they would never. No one would ever. They would never." Bullshit. When they wanted Salochan dead, they had to find somebody to do it, and they did. And Doktorsky said any of us would have done it. He would have done it. He's admitting he was a brainwashed nut that would have went and killed somebody. It's fucking insane. Even though I was in ISKCON for roughly 7 years, I never got initiated because I was concerned I might be asked to do things I never wanted to do and never felt comfortable submitting. I never felt, from the very beginning, I knew I was never going to accept one of these ISKCON gurus. And when I was pretty much like, I'm not going to accept an ISKCON guru, and I'm just, this is a path to nowhere for me. Because I don't feel like these gurus are qualified to do anything. And then the Ritviks came along, and Yashodananda was like, "Hey, come work with me. Come Guru Palooz with me." And so I went, I Guru Palooz with him for like 12 years. But yeah, I never felt like I was going to ever surrender to one of these ISKCON gurus. I knew I was never going to do that. Not with their track record. Not with their track record. You got to be out of your mind. Because just in the short time between 92 and let's say like 98, 99, I saw a lot of shit happen. And it was the Hari Kesh. I think he bounced out. There were a lot of things happen in that short amount of time. Enough. I mean, I had heard about stuff, but I actually saw stuff with my own eyes, and I was like, "This is fucking." This is a circus. I mean, I believed in Prabhupada, but I believed that this was, and then of course my daughter, and that whole thing. So. Okay, so we did this one. Okay, we got something good coming up. Let's see, where is it? Here we go.
I'm from Australia, born and brought up in India. I got married in 2010 and I went to Australia after getting married. And then I came across with Krishna consciousness. I born and brought up in a family where we used to serve Krishna, we used to worship Krishna, but we were following different path. But that time I was a little confused, like I had I didn't have my answers. But when I joined ISKCON, because my husband was devotee, and then he introduced me Krishna consciousness. By his mercy, I got to know about Krishna consciousness and about Prabhupada, ISKCON, how this movement works, what we study, about Bhagavad Gita, about Bhagavatam. And that's how I came in Krishna consciousness. And my journey went really, I would say, I'm really, really happy that I came across this movement. I'm a part of this movement by Prabhupada's mercy, Guru Maharaj's mercy, because I know this is purest and this is the only path if someone wants to go back to Krishna.
So it's really sad. She got mixed up in this cult because her husband's a devotee. I guess he was the devotee first. I guess she married him. She knew he was a devotee. I don't know. I don't know. It sounds weird. It sounds like it sounds like she married a devotee and didn't think she was gonna become a devotee. I mean, I don't know. But it is really sad because she probably, when she got involved with this, I know when she got involved with this, she didn't know probably anything about the child marriage, the pedophilia, the gurus falling down. She probably didn't know anything. Why are they going to volunteer that? Hey, by the way, I know you're new, but do you know that we murdered a guy in his van in L.A.? And then we sent this girl off to Liberia to get shot in a civil war. And I don't know, I guess I should tell you about the girl that set herself on fire. The girl set herself on fire, and, there was a couple gay guys one gay guy drowned himself in Florida. Did we tell you about him? And how about all the little kids that we abused? Should we tell you about that? I guess we should. We abuse our kids in the schools. No, they didn't tell her any of that. But they made sure that they told her that this is the only way to go back to Godhead. That she heard that part. She heard that manipulation and gaslighting.
And this is the only path if someone wants to go back to Krishna. And that's how I started my journey. My husband introduced me. We used to go to temple, and then one day we were going into city and we met Prabhu's friend in Crossways. We have a Crossways restaurant of temple restaurant, and we met Prabhu, and Prabhu said that, why don't you join Bhakti Vriksha program? We have just a weekly program. And that's how our journey started, my journey.
That's how it starts. Why don't you just come to our program? We have a weekly program. Yeah, just come, Bhagavad Gita class. Bhakti yoga class. They don't even, sometimes in Australia, New York, whatever, they don't even say it's a temple. They say it's a Krishna lounge, the Bhakti center, the Bhakti house, the Krishna house, the Krishna whatever, the Bhakti whatever. They don't say the temple anymore. It's a Bhakti lounge, Bhakti house, Bhakti cafe, Krishna cafe, whatever the fuck. These scammers. They sucked this poor family into this shit. I feel sorry for this little kid. His little kid, they're from Australia. He belongs in Melbourne or Sydney, wherever he was from. That's where he belongs. He doesn't belong in this friggin' Bhakti Vikash piece of shit place where they're just exploiting their labor for him so he can get flowers put around his neck every time he farts and belches and scratches his fucking ass. Ruin this little kid's life, this family, so they can go live on his farm and work for him. Fuck.
basically started. And we met really, really, really nice devotees where they do not want anything and they just want to give. They just want to give. Initially, when I
They just want to give you bhakti in exchange for everything, for your entire life. Like, you couldn't do bhakti back in Australia, right? You had to go to this farm project. You had to go to this temple, live there. Well, that's not giving. Like, why you got to move there? Why couldn't you just chant and be happy and let your kid grow up a normal kid in Australia? You guys are from Australia. Like, you got out of India, you made it to Australia, and then they fucking suckered you back into Australia, back into India. For this white friggin' super Hindu? These people are falling for this Bhakti Vikash super white Hindu piece of shit. It's so sad, so sad. So sad. Wasting their time and their lives and the life of their little child, their son. Their son is this is so sad. I was supposed to be initiated at 11 years old, but since my parents moved around a lot back then, we had to wait till I was 13. I would see Jai Tater taught a lot back then as well. Oh, wow, I'm sorry to hear that. It sounds horrible. I'm sorry. I really am. They belong to Ghostananda Bhakti Vikash program. That's ISKCON Salem. Super Hindu, white Hindu, Bengali, epileptic freaks. Yeah, I know. It's so... Now you can see them on the wall in the back, all the freaks in the back, carved into the wall. Hey, Ann, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you here, Ann. Yeah, these guys are all full of shit. These guys are all full of shit. They're all GauraHari. They all think they're on another level, you know. And I'm going to say this is what they do. They have verses memorized. They can give a class. They can talk for 45 minutes on a verse because they've been doing it for friggin' 45 years. I don't know if Jai Potato Head can talk anymore, but these guys, they can talk. I can talk, but I can't give a lecture. I've never given a lecture. I don't say that I can give a lecture. I can tell an interesting lecture from just a person up there that doesn't know what they're doing. I can definitely tell that. But they're all basically GauraHari. Some of those old Madhajis, and they are. Some of the old Indian Madhajis at the LA temple were just they're not pleasant. I'm going to tell you, they're not pleasant. And in Vrindavan too. Some of those old Indian Madhajis in Vrindavan, man, they're not happy campers, okay? They're just not. They're not. It's so funny. Okay, let's get back to the magical mystery.
Because I went to Australia in 2010, and I think I started this. I joined this Bhakti Vriksha program in 2013, and then initially when I introduced to this program, I was really overwhelmed because the Mataji whose house it was, she was really, really sweet and she was really, really welcoming. When I went, she hugged me and she just welcomed me wholeheartedly. And I was like, because I went from India, I didn't have much idea. I was really suspicious all the time because all the time I was thinking they are into something. They're up to something. They would like, they want something from us. And
well, you weren't suspicious enough, but you were right to be suspicious. You weren't suspicious enough, though, I'll tell you that.
I was just always ask my husband, like, don't go too close to them. Don't just give a lot of time to that. We'll go, no problem. We'll sit down, we'll have prasadam, and then we'll come back. But we'll not mingle much with them. And he was like, why? And I said, see, they will ask money one day, because I know in India we have...
Not just money, they got you moved. They moved your whole family to India. What are you talking about? Like, they totally scammed you and you can't see it. You knew they were going to ask you for something. They knew they were going to, you hit the nail on the head and you fell for it anyway. They didn't just ask for your money. They got your whole life. They took your whole life. They took your whole life. Yeah, that's so sad. She knew. She saw it coming. She said, I know what they're going to do. I know exactly what's going on. And they got her anyway. They got her whole life, her husband, her kid. That's fucking insanity. Hey, Gary. I like you, Gary. I really do. I like you, and I know you're involved with ISKCON, and that doesn't bother me. You know, I know you're probably not a pedophile, and that makes me feel good. But let me just say, I think some people need a path to follow that registers with me. The material world is overrated, and you can only get disappointed. But which path? Okay, so let me just say that I think that Led Zeppelin said it best. They said there's two paths that you can go by, but in the long run, there's still time to change the path you're on, the road you're on. So that's it. You know, there's two paths you can go by, but you know, there's still time to change the road you're on, buddy. I mean, but seriously though, but I am serious. That's it. I think Eliana said it best. You know, you gotta make your own path, really. And if you want to follow somebody else's path, you know, be careful. I'm just gonna say that. Be careful, because that path could lead you off a cliff. And if you're not careful, that's where you're gonna end up. Just like these people. Just like these people. She knew. She said, they're gonna ask us for something. They're gonna ask us for money. They're gonna ask us for something. And lo and behold, here she is. 10 years later, on the farm project, bought the farm. She bought the farm, you know, and that's how it goes. That's how it goes. I'm sorry. That's how it goes, man. That is how it goes. It's a sad story, but that's what happens, man. Yeah, hey, Eliana, I'm sorry to hear bad stuff happen, man. I'm always bad. I'm always sad there. Hey, I look up. All right, that was the longest walk from hell ever. Yeah, I bet it was. Anytime you're doing anything that has anything to do with the Hare Krishnas, man, I'm telling you, man. I'm sorry. I'm just. Oh, so you're in a sorry. Okay, well, hey, I'm glad you're coming here. I'm glad you're coming here. I'm glad you're getting. I'm glad you're learning. Let me just tell you that I'm glad you're learning. All right. Yeah, 16 rounds was pretty hard. 16 rounds was hard enough. It never got any easier. I'm gonna tell you, it never got any easier. It was just as hard to chant 16 rounds after 20 years as it was the first time. I mean, I mean, it actually got easier because the repetition of chanting, I could get through them quicker. But mentally, the mental thing is this. It was the same. It wasn't. It was. There you go. Here you go. Trust your. Yeah, absolutely. She should have. She should have known. She did know. She knew better, but she didn't take her own advice because of her husband. Her husband was involved. Her husband liked the devotees, and she was stuck. She was stuck. I'm telling you, stuck. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear. I'm sorry to hear that you what happened to you, and really seriously, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that. I've watched this video. I think the parents remain in Australia while their son is in India at GauraHoodie's. Yeah, I didn't watch the rest of it. But yeah, the kid is definitely there. The kid has made a video, and the father's made a video, and now they got the whole family doing a video, and that's what drew my attention, because the little kid's done a video about how much he loves being in India. Yeah, time to trade in your sorries. Is that a real sorry, or is that a Sears sorry? Yeah, yoga pants were designed by men. Yoga pants were definitely designed by men. Okay, so I do want to get to some Krishna videos, have some fun. We want to have a good time, of course.
Just what is it that you want to do?
Well, we want to be free. We want to be free to do what we want to do. We want to be free to ride. And we want to be free to ride our machines without being hassled by the man. And we want to get loaded. And we want to have a good time. And that's what we're going to do.
Well, when, baby? Let's go.
We're going to have a good time. We're going to have a party.
Yeah! Yay! So I look up. So you were at the Roth Theater. So you were doing a lot of this.
Boom, 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 I can dance. Boom, 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 yay! You sing it with me, and then you'll know. Boom, 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 yay! You go, lady.
You
boom,
go.
Boom, boom, yay!
You go, lady, and then you'll know. Did you hear any of this while you were there?
You're a fucker, man. You're fucked up, motherfucker. You're a fucker, man. You're fucked up, motherfucker, man. Fucker, man. How you're a fucking prick and asshole. I hate your fucking blasphemy, Prabhu.
Oh, that is so funny. I love that. I love it. Okay, we got time. We're gonna do some of this. Let's do some of this.
There is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination, of imagination, of imagination, of imagination.
Yeah, I'm not sure who. I don't think one of you guys sent this in, but I found this. It was just uploaded, and and so I wanted to share this with you. This is always fun.
This is the type of faceless animated videos that helped us grow our channel 10 times in 2025. And we created this video in under 5 minutes with TuneB AI. Just type
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivas Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Hare Krishna. Here we are in Vladivostok. Far eastern part of Russia actually, and you can see it snowing. And as I'm out here chanting my japa, this morning many thoughts are coming to my mind. One time Prabhupada said a preacher sometimes sleeps under a tree, or sometimes a preacher, a traveling sannyasi, sleeps in a palace. So I was thinking in a similar way. A few days ago we had our
Sorry about that, guys. I just wanted to say that, sorry that my sound was off. I wanted to say that this Indra Yumna Swami, he's no different than this GauraHari. He thinks he's, he thinks he's a spiritual master, that he's some kind of pure devotee, spreading love of God, giving prem or whatever, saving the conditioned souls of the world. He's no different. The only difference between GauraHari and Indra Yumna Swami is that Indra Yumna Swami is not dumb enough to waste his time with me. GauraHari's too dumb to realize that if he's a spiritual master, a guru, or whatever, he shouldn't be wasting his time with me. He's not smart enough to figure that out. I give Indra Yumna Swami and Harvard dumbass and all these other, I give them credit for ignoring me and pretending like I don't exist, because that's how they should act. Honestly. All of these guys, they should ignore the fuck out of me. They'd be like, who the fuck is him? Who the fuck is he? No, GauraHari is so dumb. He's like, oh, I'll get him. No, but the thing is that this Indra Yumna Swami, he's no friggin' different. He suffers from the same delusions.
And then we got on the plane and we flew to Tokyo, Japan. And
the only difference is that
Tokyo, Japan was
is that he can cosplay better. At least he cosplays. He cosplays correctly. GauraHari can't even do that.
Spring was just breaking, and the sign of spring in Japan is that all these cherry trees, they blossom with these beautiful flowers. And then we got on the plane, because we were traveling preachers, me and my retinue, my party, but Hare Prabhu, Charadharma, Prabhu, Ananta, and
Yeah, tell us, tell us how great it is to be Maharaj and fly around and have your seat on your plane and all this bullshit. Like, and Hare Krishna is supposed to be like, oh, Maharaj is so great. He flies, and you know we don't get to fly. We don't get to Guru Palooza around, but oh, Maharaj does. Isn't that wonderful? He's so special, and it's so stupid. I swear, it's so stupid. That's encouraging Gaura to keep dreaming. Yeah, keep dreaming, dude. Keep dreaming, and you can be one day. Gaura, little Willie Wonk can be little Brian Tibbetts. One day, if little Willie tries really hard, he can become Brian Tibbetts in his next life. 29 years old, his son Gaura Shakti was 5 years old, and by the blessings of his bestie Bhagavan scammer, he takes sannyas, madness, palooza, entire life, pedo-megalomaniac. Yeah, I know, it's Raphael. It's like you know him better than anyone, and you repeat the same shit about him that I do, and I don't even know him. It's so funny. It's just, it blows my mind. It's almost like I have a crystal ball, and I'm like, is he a pedophile? Is he a megalomaniac? And my crystal ball says, he's a total, he's a total megalomaniac. And then Raphael comes in and goes, hey, Mike, did you know that he's he's a megalomaniac? I was like, it was amazing. Look, this is how damaged he is. This is how damaged he is. Gaura Hari was telling Radha yesterday to record a video telling Mike that she's not a victim and that she wants to be in his Sangha. Yeah, it's like make a hostage video. You got to make a hostage video. You got to. Can you imagine Radha? She's there. And, she's got her little newspaper with the date. She's like, Mike, this is Radhe. You can see that it's today because I'm holding up the newspaper. I'm free, okay? I am here. I am not being, he's treating me nice. I get fed 3 times a day. I get fed 3 times a day. I get to use the toilet twice a day. I get an hour of sunshine. Everything's okay, Mike. I'm not held against my will. No. I'm perfectly fine. Yes, husband. Yes, sir. Oh, yes, sir. I'll tell him that he doesn't beat me. Okay, my husband is not beating me. I'm doing this because I want to. Okay, I love it here. Mike, I really love it here. I'm not. Wait, I'm not done yet. My husband says that I love it here. It's insanity, man.
You're a fucker, man. You're fucked up. Motherfucker, man. Fucker, man. You're a fucking prick and asshole. I hate your fucking blasphemy, Prabhu.
Oh my god, it's so funny. Wait, you can watch them dance right here. Hold on. Here, we'll do the douche dance right there. Okay, so yeah, I mean Indra Yumna, he's a scammer too, but at least he's look, they're all doing something, right? Indra Yumna, he's making money. Okay, Indra Yumna that's what he's doing. He's making money. He's not doing this. I swear to God, he's not doing this for free. Okay, he's Raphael. Is he doing this for free?
And we flew
Raphael, you tell us.
northwards
You do it,
some
then you'll
hours,
know.
to Russia,
It goes boom, boom, boom,
to
boom.
Vladivostok.
I
And
can
here we're
dance.
beginning
Boom, boom, boom,
our tour
yay.
all the
You
way
sing it
across the
with me,
country
and
to
then
St.
you'll know. Boom,
Petersburg.
boom, boom, yay.
So like that, we're
You go,
in a
lady.
celestial
Boom, boom,
paradise,
boom,
we're in
boom,
spring and then
yay.
midwinter. But actually the devotee is not in the mood that if the weather's nice, he's happy, and if the weather's not nice,
This guy is doing this to make money. All right, he's
Okay, perfect.
He's doing
I
this
wanted to show you
he's
how
doing this to
insane
make
it
money,
is to run product
or he
focused.
wouldn't be there. He doesn't give a fuck about these people other than they're making him money. This is just a big friggin'. This is like, again, this is like when Led Zeppelin goes on tour. You know, they go on tour for a reason. People go on tour for a reason. Right? People don't go, Lady Gaga doesn't go on a world tour so she can spend money. No, she goes on world tour so she can make money. This guy's going on a tour. He's going to Russia. He knows exactly how many pennies. He knows exactly how many rubles he's going to make on this tour, how much it's going to cost him, and how much he expects to collect. And Raphael knows. Yeah, he got called out on his photography, but I'm sure he is. Yeah, I mean, he wants to use her. He wants to use her. Like, these cult people, to GauraHoodie's, or any cult person, any cult person really, it's like a match. It's like, who's gonna win? It's like, who's gonna win? That's why they want to debate and have these mock debates or these debates, because they want to win. They want to show, you see them out on the street preaching and videos of them preaching with another religious person, because they want to win. It's a win. It's like, we win, you're defeated. I defeat you. You defeated that guy. He defeated this guy. That's why I was saying I defeated GauraHoodie, because that's all they know. Is I smashed his arguments. I defeated him. It's this weird, like, tug of war, like, and so he's gonna use this Radhe to defeat me, like checkmate. Like, if I can get Radhe to make a video, then it's checkmate. There, Mike. Checkmate. Like we're playing checkers or chess or something. It's just so stupid. And he's willing to put her through the ringer again. He's like, you do this, you do it, lady, then you'll know. You do it, then you'll know.
Boom, boom, I can dance. Boom, 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 yay. You sing it with me, and then you'll know. Boom, 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 yay. You go, lady. Boom,
Earlier
boom,
today I was
boom,
quoting,
yay.
Prabhupada was speaking with one devotee about his upcoming trip.
I mean, look at look at the quality of this video. This video was shot with like some drone footage. It looks pretty professionally made, professionally edited. I mean, this wasn't done. This wasn't. I mean, I don't. Rafael can tell you who does this stuff, but it wasn't done. It was probably may have been done for free, but it was done professionally, which means that it was equipment had to have been paid for. Editing equipment had to have been paid for, or out of somebody's pocket. Somebody's paying for this shit. Little Willie won't go home. But you can't tell Willie because Willie won't go. Little Willie won't. Little Willie won't go home. But you can't tell Willie because Willie won't go. Yabba dabba doo. Yabba dabba doo. He's got Mike on the brain, That's what happens when you know. I told him, I said, look, dude, you met your match. That's it. It's over. It's done. I mean, what the fuck? I mean, you're. I know he got caught. He got caught. I mean, it's so stupid. He got caught with taking pictures of little girls in bikinis on the beach. And, you know, and he's got the nerve. You know, he's got the nerve to you know, to do this shit. Like he's some holy man. He got his little ladle, and he's got his harem of women. That guy looks like a real. That guy looks like a real freak. That looks like somebody who would like. He would like gladly. He looks like he would gladly fuck somebody up if they did it. If they got out of line. This guy right here. This guy looks like he would gladly just take somebody out. Like he's got a tattoo of some scissors on his forearm. He looks like he would just take somebody out and just kick the shit out of them if they said anything bad about his guru. He looks like looks like the kind of guy who would track somebody down in their van in L.A. Track them down and take them out. That's exactly what he looks like. That looks like a guy who would. That guy looks like a guy who would like masturbate some little rocks with some oil, some $500 oil. This guy with his Adolf Hitler Sika. He's got an Adolf Hitler Sika. I don't know what's going on with that. It's so weird. It's weird. I never seen that before. I know he's fantasizing about underage gopis. I know that's all he's like. He's like, Lord, can I have one of these young girls? I mean, you know, haven't I done enough service? Can I just be Ramananda Roy for a day? I want to be Ramananda Roy for a day. He does taking photos, just being careful now. He was always like this. Indra Yumna is a multi-million. Yeah, he's such a scammer, man. He's such a fucking scammer. So, Rafael, tell me, how much does he make? You know, like on this trip to Russia, how much is he making? How much is he gonna pull in? So many old creepy men as leaders. I know. I agree with you. There's so many creepy old men. At least like some cool gay gurus, you know. Yeah, you know, you should have a YouTube channel and call yourself Lolita Ganga, and put on some red lipstick. Put on some red lipstick and go on there and just talk out of your ass. And that's so funny. Put a mirror on the wall and a painting and sit there, and that would be the funniest. That would be the funniest fucking thing. That would be the funniest fucking thing ever. You put on like a little black wig and some big red lipstick, and you could be Hot Lips Ma. You could be Hot Lips Ananda, and sit there and preach, and you don't know what you're talking about. And that would be the funny. I would watch every night. I would watch every. I would be your number one subscriber, man. I would be. You'd have to initiate me into your parampara. That's so funny, man. That is hilarious. He was a millionaire years ago. Oh man, I know. He's one of the most disgusting characters in ISKCON. He really is. Him and Gaurahari and Bhakti. I mean, take your pick, but this guy is really friggin' disgusting. When you think about the child marriage and the 14-year-old girl married to a 37-year-old man, and you think about Trivik Ram and his disciple and Giri Raj and his Bhakti Fellatio Maharaj and all of these creeps and all of the shit that's going on, and then you look at this guy and all his little girls and his women. This is friggin'. it is really disgusting. I mean, it really is disgusting. Yeah, all you got to do is have a dream about Lakshmi. And say Lakshmi came to me and told me that Lakshmi came to me and told me that I'm a guru. I'll promote you. I'll promote you. I mean, absolutely. Why not? Why not? I say, yeah. I mean, boom, boom, boom.
I can dance. Boom, 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 yay. Sing it with me, and then you'll know. Boom, 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 yay. You go, lady. Boom, 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 yay.
It would be funny. I'm going to tell you right now. I don't want to give away the game, but if you were to do that, if you were to put on a black wig, some red lipstick, and call yourself whatever, Guru Ma, and start acting like her, I would show that video. I would show that video. I would do a whole thing. I'd say, oh look, I would act like it's her. I'd go, oh look, it's Lalita Ganga. Let's check her out. And then I would bring you up with a black wig and the red lips. I would bring you up, and you'd be sitting there going, woo. That would be. We'd have a whole segment. I could do it as a segment, and I could have a whole little. We could do a whole little where we could do a whole little this. Everybody out there, we could have, because we want to have some fun, right? Everybody, yeah, let's have a party. Let's have some fun. Everybody, you pick your favorite Gaurahari person, and you make a video of you as them. Like one of you can be Freaky Freddy, and one of you can be Lalita Ganga, and one of you can be that yawning man. One of you can be Yawning Man, and one of you can be Goggles, and one of you can be Noodles, and we'll make our own little Zoom. We'll make our own little video. We'll make our own little Hollywood Squares. We'll do Hollywood Squares with starring Gaurahari, with amazing Lord Chaitanya's amazing Hollywood Squares. The Lord Chaitanya's amazing Hollywood Squares place, and we'll do Hollywood Squares, and I can host it, and we'll ask questions, and we'll go, we'll do Freaky Freddy for the block. We'll say, in what chapter of Bhagavad Gita does Krishna say, that Arjuna's an idiot? What? And then we'll do a Vedic Hollywood Squares. Yeah, these videos are high production professional work. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not somebody did. They're not amateur. That's for sure. They're not amateur. Hollywood, yeah, it's Bollywood, Bollywood. he got disciples traveling along and making videos on his Palooza travels. It's Ananta Vrindavan Das, Russian slave. Yeah, well, whatever it is, it's professional work. It's like a professional camera. It's like a professional drone. It's like probably like, professional lighting. I know that guy was scary, man. I'm telling you. See, that's why this is dangerous, because you get a wacko like that, that looks, he's got the Nazi haircut and he has the big things in his ears, and you don't know. I've seen those guys at the L.A. Temple. I've seen those guys at the L.A. Temple. They're like, they come in and they're and you're just waiting for them to go crazy. It's like you look at them and you go, that's a time bomb. That's a ticking time bomb. That's a ticking time bomb. You just know. There was like 3 or 4 of them at the L.A. Temple. Hot Lips Dossie. Yeah, I mean, that's so funny. Yeah, they are. They go from rich to wealthy to super wealthy to mega wealthy. Yeah. I'll do it. I'll share my riches. But yeah, do it. It's so embarrassing, the whole display, and Gora99 just makes a narcissist. It is. It's embarrassing. It's insulting. It's insulting to our intelligence. It's insulting to the audience's intelligence. It's insulting to Hinduism. It's insulting to YouTube. He's got no self-respect, no dignity. Yeah, it's so funny. It's so funny. Guru Ma, sing it with me segment. I know, it'd be so funny. It'd be so funny. That's why Gorkashore Babaji lived in smelling latrines, to get away from them. He had the holy sacred chant proper. Yeah, some of these guys, supposedly they didn't want anything to do with normal people. With normal people, they wanted to get away. I mean, who knows? Who knows what's going on in the brains of these people that are chanting all the time like that? Like, Guru Ma, Guru Ma, like Gora Snotty wants to be one of those mega. He does. He absolutely does. And I'm sure he wants to be rich, but he wants that name and fame recognition. That's what he wants. And what has he got? He's got hot lips. He's got hot lips and Freddy and goggles and noodles and the yawning man. And that's what he's got. I mean, seriously, that's what he's got. And I mean, judge a tree by its fruit. And you got some fucking nutty ass fruit, okay? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, man. Jai Ho Guru Ma. I'm telling you. We gotta no sound. What? No sound? I got sound, right? I got sound, right? I know. That's a killer. That's a killer, man. That's a killer skit. That's a killer skit. It's a great sketch. You got to do it. You got to impersonate Lolita Gunga. I know. Wouldn't that? We're all. Yeah, we'd all be. We could do it. I'm telling you, it'd be funny as fuck. It'd be funny as hell. That's what we're here. We're here to have a good time. But you know what? Also, though, humor. These people don't know how to handle humor. They can't laugh at themselves. They really can't. And making a parody and making a satire is really good. I'll be noodles. I'll be noodles. All you got. Just sit there with your eyes. She just plays cards on her laptop with GauraHoodie. I think that's what a lot of them are doing. I like the deaf guy that can't hear him talk. The deaf guy is he's right in there. He's got his hearing aid turned off, and he's like, I don't want to be bothered with it. I don't want to be bothered. He's like, I don't want to be bothered with this shit. It's so funny. Yeah, you put on some goggles. Put on some actual like welding goggles. You got to put on some swimming goggles. You got to put on some swimming goggles and like a bright yellow dress or something. Oh my God, it's so funny. See, because I'm a comedian and I love sketch comedy. I love this kind of thinking. My brain just goes wild. Well, yeah, we'll do a screen test. We'll do a screen test. Who can do it best? Oh man. Oh, it's too funny, man. Too funny. They looking like straight mental patients today in their blue robes. I didn't see him today. I mean, I saw him earlier today because he deleted everything, and he wasn't on. And I was like, what happened to this guy? And so I don't know what's going on with him today. I know. Come and listen to a story about a man named Bill. He had a dream, and he got his brain full, full of dreams, man. So funny. Yeah, emancipate yourself from this mental cultness, man. I'm telling you, it's fun. It's fun to be. I'm going to be honest with you. It's fun to be on a spiritual journey to try to find something more meaningful in life than just what we see and what we have to deal with. It's nice to think that there's something else going on. You know, this spiritual world or spiritual level or some kind of another level of reality that is different from this fucked up reality that we're living in. If you think it's fucked up, that's the problem. If you think it's fucked up, then you're going to say, well, there's got to be some spiritualness to this. But that's under the delusion that this world is automatic, that you're fucked up just for being born and being a human. Exactly. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. Why? You know, we hear this all the time from this cult and from religious people in general. Purification, purify, salvation, redemption. Right? Like, what am I being saved from? What am I being redeemed from? What am I being saved from? What is this? You know what? You got to convince me that I need saving from something. So I got to buy into that. I got to buy into this premise or this idea that I need saving or salvation or purification. I need purification of what? You can purify my blood, my breath, my air. What are you going to purify? Are you going to drink bleach? What am I purifying? My brain? Purify my brain with your brainwashing cult crap? God, man, worshiping crap? Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to say. Good vibes, right? Always looking, always trying to uplift. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like, instead of going into a village where there's no clean water, there's no medicine, and there's no medical assistance or vaccines, and people are dying from diseases that can be, vaccinated against and whatever. And you go in there and all you want to do is dance around, chant, and collect money and beg with books. That's not uplifting. That's not spiritual. To me, that's not being spiritual at all. Doing this is not being spiritual to me. Whatever he's doing, they can try to gaslight us.
It didn't appear that there was any real opportunity for spreading Krishna consciousness other than meeting a university professor, but Krishna arranged that Prabhupada met a couple of nice boys and inspired them in Krishna
They can
consciousness.
try and gaslight us and say, well, this is spiritual and this is, there's your pirate again, that this is spiritual and this is doing this or that. Don't gaslight me. You ain't doing nothing for nobody except collecting money and guru paloozing. You're not bringing no clean water to nobody. You're not fixing roads. You're not fixing toilets like that one guy. You're not providing child care for people that need child care. You're not providing medical care for people that need medical care. You're not assisting the elderly. You're not doing nothing. You're sitting there playing your little chingy chings and playing your bumpy bumps and doing your friggin'
It goes boom, 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 I can dance. Boom, 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 yay. He's singing with me, and then you'll know. Boom, 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 yay. You go, lady. Boom, 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 yay.
That's all they're doing. They're trying to fool me. Oh, we're distributing books and we're distributing prashadam. Well, don't, because that's why we got problems to begin with. You ain't fooling me with your books and your prashadam. Justice for everyone. Absolutely. Absolutely. Fozzie Bear, fucking dancing Muppet. Fucking waka waka waka. I swear, man. Yeah, we gotta put Guru Ma in the center square. She gotta be in the middle. She gotta Guru Ma gotta be in the middle square. Oh man. I keep listening for God. No luck yet. Yeah, you keep your ears pierced. He's gonna talk to you sooner or later. You keep one ear open, and maybe God will talk to you, man. And maybe he'll tell you what path. He's probably gonna sing "Stairway to Heaven." If God was gonna talk to you, he'd tell you, "Hey, there's two paths you can go by, and in the long run, there's still time to change the road you're on." I don't know, maybe. Yes, absolutely. Keep your mind free. Keep your minds free. There's a lot of scammers out there, and scammers don't care. They don't care that they fuck up your life. They don't care they fuck up your mind. They don't care they fuck up your family, your relationships, your marriage. They don't give a fuck. Yep, they try to destroy you. Yeah, that's why I call it spiritual blackmail. They try to destroy your self-esteem and your self-worth, exactly, using a guru as an intermediary between you and God. Exactly. And that I call that spiritual blackmail. They're using your love of God, your desire to love God, and your desire to be one with the universe, whatever it is that you want to call it. You want that. So that's why it's a spiritual con. So they use your desire, your wanting to love God, and they get in there like a salesman. They get their foot in the door. And they go, no, wait. Have you tried this? You need me. You need GauraHari. You need Jai Potato. You need Prabhupada. You need Prakashanand, whatever. You need Radha Dasi. You need this friggin' pirate fuck face, whatever. You need somebody. You just can't do it on your own. None of them are ever going to tell you can do it on your own. There's no money in that. There's no money in you finding God and loving God on your own. There's only money to be made when someone is telling you, hey, I can tell you how to love God better than anybody. That's where the money comes in. That's why these guys are doing this. There's no money in you doing it by yourself. If you could love God by yourself with a chingy ching and a bumpity bump, and you were just sitting at home going boom 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 boom,
I can dance. Boom 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 boom. Yay! Sing it with me, and then you'll know. Boom boom boom. Yay! You go, lady. Boom 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 boom. Yay!
I go into emptiness, but they call that Mayavad to gaslight you. Yeah, because they want you in the cult. Otherwise, they wouldn't care. What do you care? You know, like, oh, I meditate on Om, and then the Hare Krishna goes, oh, you're a Mayavadi. Well, so what? What does it matter to you? Oh, automatically. Oh, well, that's this, and that's that, and that's like this GauraHari. Oh, that's Vaidhi Bhakti. You're just a Vaidhi Bhakti. That's just Vaidhi Bhakti. Oh, look, Mike's just teaching Vaidhi Bhakti because he's reading from... That's Vaidhi Bhakti. It's no different than any of these other gurus telling you that you're doing it wrong and you need him. That's it. You know, and you gotta, I mean, a little bit of... You gotta spend your time... Not this kind of time. This kind of time. Yeah, and they're still doing it. They're still scamming. None of this stuff has ended. It's still going. All the short changing, all the bogus pick, the scamming with bogus organizations, and we're collecting for hungry children. We're collecting for this and we're collecting for that. Selling paintings, selling hats, selling t-shirts, selling bracelets, selling water filters, selling whatever the fuck they get their hands on so they don't have to go to work and do a job. Just have a job. Have a decent, good paying job. Oh my God. Heaven forbid you have a job and a career. I agree with you. Man, one day I really do hope that one day that the law enforcement will come down on these people. I really do. Like, I'm waiting for the day when the FBI just raids like they do gangs, right? They get the LA temple and the Laguna Beach temple and the San Diego temple, and they just round everybody up at once and just say, let's sort this shit out. And then they start finding crimes. They're gonna find crime. They're gonna find human trafficking. They're gonna find people with their visas expired. They're gonna find people on fake visas. They're gonna find people working that aren't supposed to be working on visas. They're gonna find underage kids. They're gonna find all kinds of shit if they were to do that. They preach compassion towards animals, and they have no compassion towards people. Absolutely. I mean, absolutely. You hit that nail on the head. Okay, let me get to a couple of these videos here. A couple more videos. Okay, let's get to some of these. Let me plow through a couple of these. Let's see.
Discover New York's art scene. Book top hotels and flights at cheap rates with Agoda.
I first came in contact with my Prabhupada, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj, in 1931. Ever since then, I used to go to attend the evening Kirtan and Path in the Roop Gaudiya Math at Allahabad. You see?
So again, it's a closed ecosystem. Okay, so they have an economy that's based on Prabhupada. So they're just constantly recycling these videos of people talking about Prabhupada because there's nothing else to add to the mix. There's no new. It's like the Beatles. Okay, like the Beatles. It's done. So now all we can do is have other people talk about the Beatles, other people play Beatles music, and talk about the Beatles, and talk to people that were with the Beatles, talk about people who saw the Beatles, talk about people who were there in the studio, all of that. It's the same thing. It's like, hey, did you happen to see Prabhupada? Yeah. Okay, come here. I want to hear your story. We're going to videotape it. And it's just a constant barrage of Prabhupada merchandise from recycled Prabhupada merchandise, repackaged, and just continuing on, because there's always new people. There's always new people that are going to come in. There's always going to be people that have never seen this, shit before.
Both Prabhupada money.
But all it is people that Prabhupada scammed. Is this the history? Is this the documentary of the people that Prabhupada has scammed in his life? Like here's Dr. Kapoor. Hey, how did Prabhupada scam you? Oh, he scammed me. I remember Prabhupada. Yeah, he scammed me back. Oh, yeah, it was way back in the early days. Yeah, I was a young man when he scammed me. Now I'm old, but yeah, I was a young man when he scammed me. And, yep, I feel stupid now, but boy, he sure got me. He sure got me, man. Okay, let's see what else we got here. I don't know what this is. So these were sent in by Tim. Thanks, Tim. Let's see what this is.
The biggest fraud ever. Well, I'm well aware of the fact that they have been doing so huge charities. But still, is ISKCON the scam? And it is so commendable that ISKCON has successfully managed to gain such a huge amount of attention towards themselves. This whole movement was started by one single man, and his name was Swami Prabhupada. And my concern is that ISKCON is portraying a wrong image of Bhagwan Shri Krishna to a very huge amount of audience, which can turn out to be a huge disaster. Bhagwan Shri Krishna is not just a personality to be celebrated. Well, he is a god and he is deserved to be celebrated. But the point is, the main idea of the image of Bhagwan Shri Krishna is to learn, is to improve, is to learn something from his words. That is Bhagavad Gita. It's not just about dancing. So, what do you think? Have you read Bhagavad Gita?
What do I think? What do I think? I think ISKCON is a pedo-criminal organization that's racist, sexist. It promotes child marriage and pedophilia. It was started by your Swami Prabhupada, was a 22-year-old man who had an 11-year-old wife, didn't give a fuck, wanted another one. If he would have had two if he had gotten his way. And then he left this piece of shit cult and his schools where his children were being molested. He left it to the 11 worst people he could find, and they just continued with the racism, sexism, child marriage, pedophilia, and it's still going on today. That's what I think of this friggin' cult. Okay, and that's all I have to say about that. Okay, I'm done with that one. Let's see what's next. What's next? This is sent in by Rafal.
or fluent English
Whoops.
speaker currently traveling in
He
Asia.
didn't send
and
that
you're looking
in.
for a new online
YouTube
career
did
that
that. Okay. This. Oh, look. Let me. Can we guess who this mommy is? I'm just gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna go out on a limb and can anybody? Does anybody want to guess? Anybody want to take a stab at who this guru is? If you're a long time watcher, you know, if you've been watching for any amount of time, this should be a pretty easy one. This should be a pretty easy one. This shouldn't take you but 2 seconds to figure out what guru this is. Does anybody want to wager on what? Anybody want to wager on who they think this is? Dancing puppet show, yay! So, anybody want to guess who this? Hey, we got. Who's in here today? Hey, Travis, how you doing? I don't know if I said hi earlier. Thanks for stopping by. Who else? Okay, so I think. Oh, yes, of course. It's Mr. Pedopod himself. Mr. Pedopod. Happy Grandpa. It's Happy Grandpa and all his little kids. There's a smart man in Argentina trying to create laws to ban cults. Good. I'm all for it, man. I'm all for it. Yeah, I'm checking your comments. I just want to see if there's any trolls in here. Because I don't want anyone to say, well, Mike, it was avoiding me, so I'm really sorry, everybody. Yeah, it is. It's disgusting to see women dancing like that, but they know that that's what he wants, and they want to get the mercy. They want to get his glance. They want to get his attention. It's such manipulation. It's such manipulation, and people don't see it. Just like Lalita Ganga doesn't see it, that she's being manipulated. I don't know what it is. They're just blinded by their narcissism, because there's some narcissism in the followers too. You know, there's some of that. I have a guru. And he's important, and I'm important because he's my guru. And it's so weird. It's so weird because let me get over here. It's so weird to me. It's so weird to me when I see, you know. Let me. Where is this this shot here of them? It's so weird to me when you see the kirtan, the group, whatever, and you got the men on one side and the women on the other side, and you know there's this whole sexual repression about sex life and illicit sex, and women are Maya, and the brahmacharis are trying to be spiritual, and women, they mess up your spirit, and then you got the divide, right? You got this whole psychological thing going on with the teachings itself. Just following the regular principles just being a normal devotee means having a sex hang up. Because you don't want to there's nothing can be sexual. There's no flirting, there's no anything like that. Right? There's none of that. So then you got this. You got the women jumping up and down. They're all made up to be pretty. They're looking their prettiest because Guru Dev is there. So they got their prettiest sari on. They got their hair done, their makeup done, everything done, the jewelry, everything. They're jumping up and down. Then you got the guys over here, and same thing. Guru Dev's there. So they're all dressed, all great. They got their copins on, their dhoti tight, everything. And they're all trying to, be, so devotional so that he'll notice them. But there's this sexual thing going on where it's just, there's a lot of, it's conspicuous by its absence. There's this, it's not there. We're going to pretend like there's nothing. And it's such a weird atmosphere. And when you're in it, you don't notice it. But when I look at this, I just go, it's such a weird, repressive, sexually repressive, mentally, psychologically damaging, mental health fucking circus. That's you in the video? Which one's you? Which one's you? And it is seeing to see women. I mean, who's teaching these women to be jumping up and down in a kind of a concert like frenzy for their guru? Like he's like it's Led Zeppelin or something. Like it's some kind of a concert and they're there. It's weird. To me, it's just weird. It's just weird. Yeah, always, and nobody has the balls to say anything about it. Now, Bhakti Vikash, he'll call out Hridayananda because he translated a verse wrong, and he said that Draupadi was getting cloth from Krishna, but they were wrong. Yudhisthira was whatever the fuck he wants to say, right? Like, well, Hridayananda, he translated this verse and it meant this, but it should have meant. But he's got nothing to say about this. He's got nothing to say about this. He's got a lot to say about Hridayananda and Harvard and all this. But when has he ever criticized this? I don't know. Has he? It is, Hayden, good to see you. It is insane, man. It is, and it's Pedo Maharaj. You got the little girls right up in front, the littlest girls in the front. Come on, bring them up to the front. Little ones in the front. Look at these girls are going nuts for him in a. Can I just say it's not that's not like a normal spiritual thing to be going nuts for your guru like that, like being at a Elvis Presley. I don't know. I can never remember gurus' names, but it's the guy with the women all over. This Indra Yumna guy, the pedo guy. That's your guru? Oh man, I'm sorry for you. I'm sorry. I know. I was too, man. I was too. Absolutely. I was too. You see me in the pictures you see me in the pictures. Yes, that's what I meant. It reminds me of a rave. Yeah, like a rave. Jumping around like it's a rave. Absolutely. And this guy jumps in like he's Limp Bizkit. Like he's Fred Durst. He jumps into the crowd like he's Fred Durst, okay? Yeah, that's the Hitler. He's got a Hitler Sika. I don't know. He reminds me of friggin' the Third Reich, okay? I don't know. I know, raised with a creepy old DJ, guy. He's like, man, I know, it's so funny. That is so funny. I know, he's got like a Third Reich. I don't know, for some reason it looks like a Nazi Sika. I don't know why. I'm sorry. It just reminds me of fucking Nazi Germany, and I can't tell you why. I can't explain it, but it does. It just does. It just does. Indra Yumna Pedo Maharaj grave party. Yeah, he is Guru Paloozing. This is Mr. Guru Palooza at the height of his paloozing. 50-50 Swamis. He's like 60-40 Swami. He's like 40-60 Swami. I agree with you 100%. These freaks have been ruining people's lives and families since the 60s. Look at this little girl in the front. Look at this poor little girl in the front right there. This poor little girl in the front. What we can only imagine what kind of life she's going to have. I can only imagine the kind of life she's going to have. It's so sad. So sad. Lustery. I'm curious if they believe that a guru can take on their karma. What is the implications of following a fallen guru? Does it mean that it would lead them to the hellish realms? In their philosophy, you're absolutely correct. They do believe that a guru can take on their karma. They believe that this guy right here with the little Nazi Sika can take on all of these people's karma. And if your guru falls down, you can get another guru, and you should probably not worship that guru anymore because, yeah, you could. It could lead you. You're absolutely right, is what I'm trying to say. Okay. You're absolutely right. You got that right. You scored 100 on that. You scored 100 on that one. It's a consistent manic episode. Yeah, it is. Let's watch some more of this consistent manic episode. Let's watch a little more. It's really sad to see this little girl in the front, though. It's really sad to see this little girl in the front being groomed to see this man, this pedophile, creepy pervert who rubs his hands all over little girls. Probably wants to get his hands on that little girl. That she's up in front. I don't know where her parents are. Her mother's probably right there, though. She's right up in front, forcing her up in the front to look at this man as if he's some kind of a guru, if he's some kind of a god man, that he's gonna, that he's important, that he deserves all this. That's what they're teaching this little girl right now. They're teaching her that this man is to be worshipped with flowers and jumping and songs and prayers, and he's gonna save the world with his glance and his dancing and all this bullshit. And this little girl's brain is being indoctrinated with this bullshit to ruin her life, to just ruin her life. You can't tell me this shit's doesn't ruin people's lives. Look at this. Rafal knows all. Rafal was there. See, and if Rafal, okay, look. If Rafal was where I am, and I was where Rafal is, if Rafal was doing this, and he was sitting up here talking about Indra Yumna Swami and saying, "Oh yeah, he's a millionaire, and he did this and he did that," and back in the '90s, if you're pretty, a preteen little gopi girl, Indra Yumna would buy him tickets and to come and dance on the streets. In fact, he would. I seen it. I saw it with my own eyes. He was flying little teen girls halfway around the world so they could dance in front of him at his Guru Palooza. Now, if Rafal was sitting here doing that, they would be saying the same thing about him that they're saying about me. Oh, he's lying. Rafal's lying. Rafal's a demon. These pure. This dude, Indra Yumna is my guru. He's a pure devotee. You're like Sisupal. You should have your head chopped off. You're a demon. You're gonna get karma. It would be the exact same. Rafal knows. Rafal was right there. At one point, Rafal was standing right next to this guy while he was doing this. So it's really it's unique and special that we have Rafal in our group where he can say, "Yeah, I was right there. I held this guy's bag. I cooked this guy's lunch. I know exactly what's going on. Look at this. The guy's like, look, man, I got a camera." He's like, look, man, I got a $500 camera here. I got a $1,000 camera, and you're trying to throw me around. I'm gonna break my camera. And they're like, they don't care. They're like, we don't care. We don't care you break your camera. We're gonna throw you around because we're ecstatic, and Guru Dave is here, and we don't give a shit. And of course, you can see he's got his big goons up in the front. So he's got his girls, he's got his young girls over here, and then he's got his big bruiser, bouncer guys up in the front, the same way Prabhupada did. See, they all learned from Prabhupada. He's got his big bouncer, like he's got his Brahmananda and his Yashodanandan right there in the front, making sure everybody's he's protected. Lalita Gunga under hypnotic spell that the douche power has if one gives up his own independent thought. Yeah, and they chip away. They chip away at it little by little, and it even though it's little by little, it can happen quickly. But they do it little by little, and Prabhupada starts off in the very beginning. He just starts like he gets you. See, the thing is, it's like sales. It's like sales, okay? There's a sales trick. If you're trying to sell somebody something, you get them to agree with you 3 times. Like you say, look at this product. This product is $25 in the store, but I got it for only $5. That's a lot of savings, right? You save a lot of money, right? And they go, well, yeah. And you go, yeah. And not only that, but I'm here right now. I got it right now. You don't have to go to the store to get it. I got it right here, and you're saving $20, right? I got it right here. I'm saving you a trip to the store. And they go, well, yeah, you are. You're saving me a trip to the store. Even though they don't want it. And you get them to agree again. Yeah, and if you buy 3, I'll throw in the 4th one for free. You got a great deal. That's a great deal, right? You can't, how great is that? And then they go, yeah, that's pretty cool. So you want to buy 4 of them, right? And then they go, yeah. And that's a sales trick that you do. And Prabhupada uses that trick. He says in his books, he gets you to agree. There's something wrong with society, right? We're all working for, right? And you in your mind, you're like, yeah, there's something wrong with society. I mean, we all want society to be better, but it just gets worse, right? Yeah, it just keeps getting worse, yeah. And everybody's looking for God and says that they love, but no, everybody's fighting, nobody getting along, right? And you're like, yeah, right, that makes sense. And then Prabhupada starts to give you the answers. Well, because if everyone was chanting and they were doing all this and doing that, that would make the world better, right? And you're like, well, yeah, that makes sense. And it's just, it's easy peasy lemon squeezy. And again, like Knitting Cult Lady says, it's just brain science. And people have been selling stuff and convincing people and playing this guru God game since time began. I mean, probably the cavemen were like, hey, If you listen to me, I can teach you about the great banana tree in the sky or whatever. You know, they were like doing that shit back then. You know what I mean? Give up your intelligence, become narcissistic like me. Yeah, absolutely. And you can make a lot of money. Definitely, you can make some money at it. You can make some money at it. He's got the Homer Simpson Sika. Fanaticism derangement syndrome. It is. It's it's mental illness. It seriously is. And I know people don't take me seriously when I say it, but I mean it seriously. It's a level of mental illness, and that doesn't mean it's terminal. It doesn't mean it's incurable. It doesn't mean that there's no coming back. There is. We came back. We all came back from this mental illness. This is madness. What does it achieve other than fun? Absolutely. I agree with you. It can be fun. And if you want to do it for fun, do it for fun. But that's what it is. It's fun. It's not spiritual. It's not on another level. It's not going back to Godhead. It's not transcendental. It's not ecstatic symptoms. It's not purification. It's not salvation. It's not liberation. It's none of that. But it can be fun. Just like going to a concert can be fun. Going to a movie can be fun. Going to play miniature golf can be fun. Going to horseback riding can be fun. There's a million fucking things that are fun. But this, to me, is a scam. That's what this is. To me, this is not fun. It's a scam. It's a big fucking scam. Right, because it's just a bunch of criminals, pedophiles, assholes, and abusers. These people are not fun to be around. Let me tell you right now. They're a bunch of assholes. All these guys in this picture think that women have small brains and like to be raped. And half of the women agree with that. So there you go, right there. You got your mental cases right there. What else is there to say? It looks like he has two Sikas tied together. Yeah, he's doing something weird. I'm telling it's weird. Weird Sika. We got Weird Planet and Weird Sika. Yeah, he definitely wants that little girl in the front row. Yeah, he can't wait for that one. He can't wait for that one, man. And trained by Bhagavan to be the sultans of scam. The sultans of scam. Yeah, absolutely. And absolutely you're right. This is how these repressed freaks getting off. Their sexual deviation allows them to just be fully satisfied with a company of youthful ladies. Yeah, for him, this is as good as sex for him. This is as good. He when he's done with this, he goes smoke a cigarette. That's how sexual this is. He finished with this, he goes smoke a cigarette. Spiritual suicide. That's another one they use. Yeah, if you're not with me, well then you're committing spiritual suicide. You're either gonna bloop. It's so funny. And GauraHoodie's uses that same shit. I fucking shaved his head in Vrindavan once. That's funny. That's so funny. See, I know you were right there. You know, you're right there with him. If you see crazy, yeah, absolutely. Right. What do you think about that, Lewis Black?
If you see somebody who's crazy and you don't realize they're crazy, then you're fucking crazy.
The bouncer guys. The bouncer guys are perverts. They would absolutely. I mean, they probably are. I mean, come on. Let's not mince words, okay? Let's not beat around the bush. They probably are. The reports of abuse come through every day. There's reports of this stuff. The frenzy of madness. I know it is. It's a frenzy of madness. Absolutely. Guru passing by me now in his in his flowers. Oh boy. You know, I gotta hand it to you. Look up. You know, you're in it. You're hanging with them. You're coming in here. You see the craziness. You're still kind of in it. You're still like dealing with it. And I like it. I mean, this is what it's all about. I mean, you know, this is what it's all about. If you're in it and you're coming and you're enjoying it, and you're not preaching this stuff. Well, let's all have some fun. And I love that. Get that hypnosis energy I'm giving. Make you a small clone of me. Yeah. Scammer of the highest order. Absolutely. The order of the scamming buffalo. The royal order of the scamming buffalo. Yeah, he's a 33rd degree Sultan of Scammer. Indra Yumna, yeah. You should do Ask Me Anything stream. I don't know what that is. Let me know what that is. I don't know. Let me know what that is. Fun. Don't let it take over your life. Yeah. Yeah, just be careful, look up. I worry about I'm worried about you. I don't want him to abuse you. You know, I don't want him to abuse you. 30 years ago, Bhakti Vikash and me flew from Russia, Poland, from India on tour. We went to a Baltic Sea festivals of Palooza, Indra Yumna. He wasn't impressed, but for preaching. All is allowed, Prabhu. Fuck this goddamn cult. Prabhupada is being exposed worldwide. I agree with you, and that's how I feel. I want you to know that that's how I really feel. I try to have fun and laugh and joke and do all this, but really, I'm like, fuck this goddamn cult. That's how I am. When I leave comments on the Reddit page, if any of you are in there and you see what you know when I comment, I'm like, fuck this. Shove it up your goddamn ass. This is bullshit. You know why I'm like that? I'm going to tell you why I'm like that. Because being nice and respectful to these fucking pedophile cults is not the way to go. You got to call them out on their shit. You got to say, you're a pedophile cult. You're a pedophile guru. You protect these molesters. Fuck your teachings, your child molestation, your child marriage. Fuck your teachings. Fuck your gurus. You got to tell them like it is. And you don't have to swear, but you got to be blunt with them. You got to shove it in their face. You molest your kids. You manipulate people. Excuse me. Oh, man. I know, they're all being scammed. Okay, I'm going to do one more video. Boy, the time flies when I'm having fun. I'm having fun watching these videos and laughing and joking, and the time goes by. Let me see. I want to get something that's not Indra Yumna Swami. Let me see. Mike, I also second Ask Me Anything as well. I don't know what that is, but look, I'm if it'll help expose this cult, I'm down for it. Believe me, I am. Yeah, absolutely. I forgot, man. I hope your dad's doing good. Say hello to your dad for me. Jeff, hi Mike. I just got a chance to join your awesome classes that actually help ex-devotees deprogram and never be fooled again, fooled any gurus ever again. Hey Jeff, thanks man. Let me see, what do we got? I want to get... How many birthdays do these gurus celebrate? Well, Raphael said that Indra Yumna, he celebrates like 8. He celebrates like 8 birthdays a year. He has like 8 birthday parties a year, he said. It's pretty funny. No, I thanks, man. I appreciate it. No, I know. I'm not giving you a hard time or anything. I'm not. I'm just. I'm not giving you a hard time. I'm not. I like. Yeah, he has 7 or 8. He has 7 or 8 birthday parties in 3 weeks. He's yabba dabba doing and boom boom booing. It's a nonstop. It's a nonstop yabba dabba do.
Boom, 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 I can dance. Boom, 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 yay. Sing it with me, and then you'll know. Boom, 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 yay. You go, lady. Boom, 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 yay.
Well, Prabhupada was doing snuff, so I don't doubt it. I mean, I don't. Party like a rock star. Yeah, absolutely, man. Party like a rock star. He does. He parties like no one else. He parties like no one else. Okay, here we go. This is the last one for the night. Let's see what we got. Wait a minute. Hold on.
You're a fucker, man. You're fucked up. Motherfucker, man. Fucker, man. How you're a fucking prick and asshole. I hate your fucking blasphemy.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Celebrants of the Ratha Yatra, the Hindu festival of chariots.
Millions of people globally will be celebrating, and I'm delighted to say that we are joined by Dal, Mora and Matteo, along with monks from the London Radha Krishna Temple, ahead of today's festivities. Good to see you all. Dal, just give us a brief history of the festival. Explain it.
Sure. So this is one of the most ancient festivals on the planet. It's also...
Good. They look like... that is the ultimate cult look. I mean, if you couldn't, I mean, they say, could you dress a little more culty? I don't think so. This is as culty as it gets. We couldn't be any more culty if we tried. I mean, it's on 11. We're on 11. No, we're on 12. Okay, we are dialed up. We are dialed up to cult number 11. All right, they're boyfriends. They are all together. We're all together in the all together. Look at that. We're like orange. We're like the Orange Man. You heard of Blue Man Group? We're the Orange Man Group. Okay, we the Pink Grapefruit Boy Band. It's the Salmon Boys. They're the Van Buren Boys. There's the Salmon Boy, the Peach Boys. We're the Peachtree Boys. Oh man, it's the Pink Grapefruit. It's the the Pink Street Boys. They're the Pink Street Boys, man. Oh my God, this is too funny. Okay, I picked a great one to end it on. The Salmon Boys. The Salmon Boys love to take pictures of each other naked after the shower. That's how these guys, look at them, man. There's some shit going on. Look at this guy. He's got it. This is too much. It's too. Okay, let's deconstruct this. Okay, this guy over here on the right, he's got ironed shirt. He's got his, I forget what you call that. He's got his gumsha, whatever. It's all ironed and pressed, starched. He's got his neck beads. He's freshly shaved. They are all freshly shaved, man. It's like big butt. It's so funny, man. Lolita says, wash your mouth out, not seeing the garbage mouth stench coming out of her god idol. Yeah, I know. She's so brainwashed. She's so brainwashed. She's so brainwashed. She wants to tell me what to do, but yet she doesn't even know what initiation is or what a Gayatri thread is or a Gayatri mantra, a Brahmin thread. She doesn't know how to do artik or puja. She doesn't know. She doesn't know anything really. Seriously, she doesn't like. She just doesn't know anything. But she's got a lot to say about me. She got a lot to say about me. Oh man, it's funny. The no pants man. It's like the orange maniac boys, new kids on the way, new brahmacharis on the block. The new brahmacharis on the block, man. This is the funniest thing I've ever seen. I mean, it's just extra culty. It's like it's so funny. They told the news. Okay, so the two news people. Okay, check it out. Let me paint the picture here. Okay. Hey, let me paint the picture here. So you get the two news people. The two news people. So she's like, hey, during the commercial, she's like, hey, we got the Hare Krishna segment coming up. We're gonna have the Hare Krishnas, and he's like, Hare Krishnas, isn't that cult? And she's like, no, they're not a cult. The producer said, Bob, the producer said, it's not a cult. It's an ancient tradition from India. It's not a cult. And the guy's like, no, I heard it's a cult because I'm from India, and I'm pretty sure it's a cult. And she's like, no. Bob said it's not a cult. They got a temple right down the street, and we're going to have the Hare Krishnas come in. It's not a cult. It's not a cult. And he's like, I don't know. I'm okay if you say it's not a cult. And then all of a sudden, this and he's like, I told you it was a cult. And she's like, well, I didn't. She's like, yeah, I guess you're right. It is a cult. It looks pretty culty to me. I don't know. Yeah, I guess I knew it was a cult.
Along the road, and it's representative of a very special mood in our relationship with the Lord.
You mentioned these chariots. This is a miniature version, to say the least, in reality. And I think we can see some of the images from previous years where they're, I mean, if we're talking about 45 foot up to?
Oh, yes. So this is a tiny representation of that original chariot. So, yes, like you say, the original chariot's over 45 foot tall. And everything is proportionately bigger. But still, we have these miniature versions, which are good for children.
No, the 45-foot tall one is still only like this. What an idiot. Okay, whatever. I know he doesn't know how to speak English, but
in reality, everything is bigger. The deities are bigger.
Everything is bigger. Yeah, absolutely. Everything is bigger.
Event. Yeah, I feel like I could pull.
I'm glad you got the concept of bigger down. When we say bigger, you're not confused at all. It's so funny. This is so funny. This is so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. And they're on the news. They're on the news. It's so stupid.
One on my own, but the big one, how many people are actually pulling it?
So hundreds of people are pulling. And with their pulling, because we are pulling Jagannath, Baladev and Subhadra, so in English we have this word juggernaut. So that word juggernaut, which means a massive vehicle, actually comes from the word.
Oh my goodness. That's so funny, man. It's all in how you frame it. A little snuff is medicinal. Hey, yeah, a little snuff, it's the spot. Remove their manhood, balls, and pants, you got sissies. Their manhood and balls have already been removed. Otherwise, they wouldn't be standing there like that. That's a given. Boys to fruit. Boys to gay. I don't know. It's boys to... the Saffron 5. Name this group. Name this group is hilarious. The the cult heads, the cult of cone heads, the five peaches. Oh my God, it hurts my eyes, my eyes. I can't take it. I can't take it. Where's my? I gotta have one here. What is it? What is it? What is it?
I can't take anymore. I've had it with you.
I've had it with you guys. I've had it, man. Planet of the Freaks. Planet of the Freaks. It's too funny. Oh my God, it's too funny. Oh my goodness. The hot pink boys, man. The crazy Krishna freaks. The razor stopped at the scalp. The damage did not. Oh, man. 5 shades of saffron. Yeah. It's like 50 shades of freak. It's 50 shades of freak. I know. The Hare Krishnas have the worst fucking reputation. That's why they're trying hard to rebrand, but it's impossible. You can't rebrand this. There's no rebranding this. This is this is beyond a rebrand. I'm telling you, man. 98 degrees of salmon. The salmon boys. The salmon boys is too funny. I know. The woman defending this shit, she don't know any better, man. She don't know. Nobody knows. None of them know, man. None of them knows. Look, I'm on TV. Look, I got on TV looking like a weirdo. Oh, my God. This is too funny, man. This is too funny. It doesn't get any more. It doesn't. It just doesn't. You couldn't. If they said, hey, we needed a little bit more culty, you say, well, I don't know what you do. What do you want? I mean, what do you want? How do we make it more culty than this? It's impossible. That's an impossible task. This is, that's just as cult. We can't make it any more culty. I don't know. We put another chariot there. We make it some more culty. I know they need some pink shades and some pink shoes, and they need some saffron-colored shoes. Oh man, it is the white guy's new caste system. It's so funny, man. I just look at these guys. Look at how stupid they look. It's pink eye for the gay guy. Oh, pink eye for the gay guy. Oh, man, I'm telling you. It's definitely Pride Month. It's definitely Pride Month. They like to kiss at Mangalardi. Passing notes. I'll pass a note to you in the Pujari room. Oh, man. Juggernaut and the Masters of the Universe. I know. It's just so stupid. It's just so stupid. I can't believe it. With their little mini cart. They got the little mini cart, man. They just maxed it out. They said, let's just go on overdrive. We're gonna put it on overdrive. We're just gonna be extra culty. We're gonna be extra culty, man. The aliens have landed their strip dildo. Look at that thing. That is so funny. It is so funny. Hey, I can't. I'm gonna end it on a high note. This is a high note. It doesn't get any higher than this. Okay, this has been, man. These shows has been getting better. Is it me or it's me? Right? I don't know. But these shows have just been so much fun. With the GauraHoodie's bullshit and the Guru Ma and child marriage, fighting against child marriage and friggin' molester pod, and then we got these we got the cult of the pink dildos. The cult of the pink dildos, man. Organic toys for crazy boys. It's too funny. I know, it's like, man, they just look like they we pulled it. I'm glad you had fun. I'm glad you had fun. I really am. It's a souped up golf cart. It probably souped up golf cart. Yeah, they just look like walking sex toys. I don't know what it's just too much for me. It's too much for me right now. We had a lot of rice tonight. We had a lot of good rice. I mean, that Madhavi Devi really brought up the good rice tonight. I'm gonna tell you. Yeah, plenty of good rice for everyone tonight. So yeah, you went to Rath Yatra and Asari, had a lot of fun, got to pull the cart, all of that, and then she escaped. She escaped, and it was good. It's so funny. It's so funny. Okay, everybody. I've had a blast, an absolute blast today, and so I hope you have a blast for the rest of your day. I hope you had a blast doing this. I hope the rest of your day is a blast wherever you are. I hope everybody has a great evening, morning, afternoon. What happened? You didn't have fun? Oh, you had some fun. Come on, you had some fun. Well, next time have some fun. Next time don't wear a sari, maybe. I don't know. Maybe wear a dhoti and a kurta. Do that next time. Wear a dhoti and a kurta next time. See what they say. See what they say about that. All right, everybody. So please have a great day, great night, great morning, great afternoon, great evening. If you're hungry, have a great brunch. Have some great luck. Everybody, please stay out of a cult. Look up. Stay out of a cult. And Gary, be careful. Look up. Be careful, okay? I'm telling you, you're playing with fire. You're playing with fire. You're dancing with the devil. You're dancing with the devil in the full moon night. So be careful. Just be careful, okay, everybody? Stay out of a cult. Be careful. And now, hey, look up, and everybody, don't leave yet, because this is where you get to see me when I was one of these weird-looking cult members, too, man. You're going to see me. I'm going to look just like one of these guys, except I wasn't wearing orange. But you're going to see me as a... you're going to see me as one of these crazy cult people. So here you go. Keep your eyes peeled. Thanks, everybody.
Just walk away.
Are we clear? Yes, sir. Are we clear?
He believes in nothing. He believes in nothing, Lapolsky, nothing.